Monday evening, time to go back to work. This is the day we have to go back to work. After the weekend, it's the day everybody dreads and it's the day everybody hates, but it is Monday. And my name is Kevin Barnes, and I am the host of Outlaw Radio, a foundational Black American platform for the foundational Black Americans in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and in America and on the planet. But starting with the 414. So welcome to the show. It's Outlaw Radio Live. On Mondays, we really just tend to kick back and just talk about what's happened since we were last on the air, which is last Wednesday. So this is the show to start, this week off, and then we'll be back on Wednesday with another show. So 2 times a week we do Outlaw Radio. Still thinking about adding some more nights, but we'll leave that where it is. Welcome to the show, man. Every day above ground is a great one. I hope everybody managed to, get through the weekend without losing someone or going through some crazy tragedy. And if you did, welcome to the show. I don't know. It looks like my latency is off on my camera. I don't know what's up with my feed, but we'll see. Hope it works itself out. There's a number attached to Outlaw Radio, which is 262-202-5131. 262-202-5131. Chat room always pops as well. So you got a couple different ways you can, really rock with the show. So what's going on? What's going on, my people? How y'all doing, man? Like I said, I hope everybody's feeling good. Very messy weekend. Messy, dramatic, drama, smoke. I wouldn't necessarily say beef. I mean, with what I'm speaking to, of course, there's constant beef. That's why bodies are dropping to the tune of 78 homicides at this point. So we're averaging a little bit over 10 murders a month. That's what the statistics are saying. And I don't know if some have happened since or at the time that I'm saying this, but when I last checked, it was 78 homicides. But no, so it was very messy. There's a lot of, of course, the city is still kind of reeling from, losing the brother Tweezy, OG Tweezy, young Twan, if you will. So people still are feeling there's a fallout behind that. A lot of waves being made politically. You see Brother Sean Moore out there trying to get stuff closed, wanting to regulate the clubs and the nightlife. And then there's inner drama in the 414. It's in-house drama. Let me check my chat room. Y'all come on in. Share the show. Earl said, what it do, my brother? Love us. Chocolate milk. Shout out to Earl. He walk up in AZ by way of the 414. He said, Walks World, what up, man? What's going on, partner? Ain't nothing to it but to do it. It's Monday night, man. So you know what we do on Outlaw Radio. We gonna chop it up on a grown man level, right? On a grown man level. So okay. The drama starts because one of the fallouts of this thing is of my brother losing his life was that the footage became controversial because who leaked it? How did it get out? We're talking about, I guess this is allegedly security cam footage that shows the brother, being hit and whatnot. But then there's a controversy of somebody stole his chain. The brother always had the chain on with the diamond lock on it. Somebody took his chain. Well, that's what was alleged. And I seen my brother. I don't know his name. I don't want to, and I wouldn't say his name anyways. He knows who he is. Because I don't know the brother like that. I watch his videos. He's from here. He's very passionate. I guess he has some really tight, relationship with the brother. And so he shows his emotion online when he's this whole situation. And he was accusing, I guess, a young lady of taking this chain. And then there's footage of the body laying on the ground and a young lady. It looked as if she was checking his pulse. That's what it looked like to me. I thought she was, but some people say, no, she took some, she put it in her purse, blah, blah, blah. So this became fire because the brother came out on Facebook and was like, yo, I'll expose you. He like, you got 24 hours. I'm finna put your business in the street, right? And I don't know. I don't know what this whole thing was. I know I seen some stuff back and forth from her was saying, I didn't take it or whatever. And then supposedly, this is the last I heard of this, and y'all correct me if I'm wrong. Supposedly the police had it the whole time. I thought that was the last word I seen. And then it was like, okay, well, you owe her an apology. And we, put the apology on and put it on, and shout out to that brother because he ain't responded. I seen people saying all kinds of stuff to him, all kinds of foul stuff. He ain't responded. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he will at some point, but I mean, he just like whatever. And then so that's brewing, right? I live in the podverse, so I'm looking at my little apps on my phone, right? I see brother Ken Black. Shout out to Ken Black from Milwaukee. He was on Outlaw Radio probably about, I want to say, a year and a half, 2 years ago. And I brought him on here because he was doing at the time these roasting videos. And he was like roasting everybody who was anybody in Milwaukee. If as far as the name recognition, went, he was doing, and some of them was fucking hilarious. I'm not going to even lie. And so I brought him on the show. We chopped it up with him. It was, we shared some of them. We watched some of them. So we did that a long time ago. So I always, the point of that is I always watch when he puts up videos or whatnot. And so he came out and went at Frank Nitty. And I'm watching the video like, damn. Like he's going in. What caused this? Well, prior to this, the brother Frank Nitty had made a video, and he was reacting to, this is what I got from it. He was reacting to Young Twan's death as well. But his was more of a like, Milwaukee is like, y'all broke, y'all poor, y'all dumb, like y'all, I'm not there anymore, so the city's going to shit. All y'all need to shut the fuck up, broke ass this. So of course, I take nothing personal that I see on the internet, right? So I'm just kind of listening to it. I'm like, wow, okay. I mean, I can understand his frustration with the killing in the city. We are frustrated as well. And not only are we frustrated with the murder of this brother, we're frustrated with the murder of all these people. I just said 78 homicides. That's 1 times 78, right? Arithmetic. So I'm worried about all of it's frustrating to me. So, but I got it. He's frustrated, but it always seems a little personal with the brother because of the way I see people react to him and the things people say about him. Yeah, it's rough. So he lit the fire. If he wanted to go viral, he did. This that Jim Jones math. I'm going to jump out here and say I'm better than Nas. Everybody goes crazy. Are you stupid? Hell, you got 200,000-300,000 views before you can blink your eye. So, and then they went back and forth all weekend, and it was just, and then he made a second one, okay? Because he said that, and then the brother Ken Black, I think I got my timeline right. The brother Ken Black made another one, and then Frank Nitty made another one, which was even more mamey. Like he was on some SMD, you know what I mean? This dude got my in his mouth, and it got crazy. It got egregious, as they say. And it was, then there's the aftermath, the conversation of well, who was wrong, who was right? We shouldn't be fighting amongst each other. He did this, he did that. People say everything from he smoked crack. Speaking of the brother Nitty, he smoked crack. He stole some Cash App money. He raped some women. I don't know any of that to be true. I've heard all these accusations, and even I was with the Panthers, so we never really worked with him on anything. He was just one of many people who were out here in the streets during that 2016, 17, 18. Yeah, Cass was out. There was a lot of people out here trying to do something. Grassroots organizing was on fire in Milwaukee. So, I mean, he was out here. He had some people. He had people who followed him. Whatever. I'm just speaking to the drama. This is how Milwaukee went all weekend. And so there was that backlash and that back and forth. And then there's the conversation about, this is another thing. He said something about we spoke on this, the baby who was the 7-year-old who was kidnapped, and the dad, I guess, either ran in the house or, he left his baby outside. So a lot of us were saying, man, I would have, I don't think I can't see me running off, leaving my baby like that, especially if somebody's grabbing him. That's me. But he was saying like a lot of y'all wouldn't do shit, and y'all just talking, and I said, oh, okay, I get it. I got what he was saying. Did I agree with it? Was it my perspective, my point of view? Not necessarily, but I didn't feel the need to, get my boxers in a bunch and call in and or get on his live and start commenting. So then there's the reaction to that video. But people were arguing about this dude is a coward. Some people said no, he thought he was going to get killed. He didn't know what was going on. They're still arresting people. They're still arresting people with this whole broad, open daylight kidnapping of a 7-year-old who's outside riding his bike. And I guess, I don't know, dad's in close proximity. He's on the porch. He's outside at least. And when he sees this, based on the video, he runs in the house, right? Some people say, no, man, that's what he should have did, or he wasn't wrong, whatever. It was drama. It was smoke in the city this weekend. So y'all tell me how y'all feel about that. Like I said, man, a lot of things happen with the brother Nitty, but I wasn't there. I don't know. I've heard everything like everybody else, but what I consistently see is people who were in the know, inside, like kind of there, who say, nah, this is what happened. So if you know something more about this than me, please call in. And then people be like, we shouldn't be arguing with each other. I mean, when have we not been arguing with each other? I don't know that it's a bad thing to speak out when you disagree with someone, or if you see somebody doing something they shouldn't be doing, especially in the community, right? So, I want to know what y'all think about it. Like I said, it's Outlaw Radio Live. This is Jay on YouTube. What up, Jay? How you doing, my brother? He said, was the parents involved? That is, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. If anybody has the official paperwork, from what I could gather, this was a scheme or a plot. And I guess they're all conspirators, co-conspirators, that they were going to fake this kidnapping, and they were going to get a GoFundMe, like $100,000. They was going to quietly get the kid back, get the money, and bounce. That's what I'm getting. So the individuals who came and snatched the kid or whatever would have you, allegedly were in on this. I don't know. Y'all tell me. Let me see what we got here. Caller, you live on Outlaw Radio. Who this? Hello.
What up, Barnes?
Who this?
This is Joe, Southside.
Who?
Joe from the Southside.
Oh my God, Joe! Really?
No, I'm just calling to let you know. You talking about the whole Frank Nitty situation back then. I was in the street protesting with all those dudes. Van Mays, the Mexican dude, Frank Nitty. They come to the South Side one time. We did a march on the South Side, but I don't know. From what I got from Frank Nitty, man, he was passionate about certain things, but I think he was about possibly getting that money, that Cash App. That's just what I got out of it. So, but and I'm not sure if he was working with the feds too. I heard he was working with the feds and all that over the whole police district situation.
Nitty was working with the feds? I never heard that.
Well, I heard he was named and he was working with them, and that's why he went out of town. But I'm not sure if that's true. I'm just telling you what I heard. And I don't know Nitty like everyday type of dude, but I did protest with him a few times. I was on the same shit as everybody else. So I don't know, man. Him and Van Mays were getting together good for a while, and I think the case that Van Mays caught, I think that had something to do with Frank Nitty. And maybe they were co-conspirators or something.
That's all.
No, you don't think so?
I was around. I was out here. I know it wasn't that. It wasn't
okay.
It wasn't that. And
okay. But they were at war.
Well, they've had some issues.
Kinda.
They've had some issues over the years. No, there's been some back and forth between Brother Vaughn and Nitty online that I'm like, whoa, these guys is shit. Like, I've seen Vaughn do impressions of Nitty for like a week straight. Y'all like wigs and
with the wig on. I remember
it's he was on here. I told him that is some of the funniest shit I've ever seen in my life. But one thing that can't be denied is I think those two brothers, and in particular at that time, there was a bunch of other people were very passionate about trying to create some change. And everybody had a different kind of ideology or methodology, and everybody had different, people who supported them. So a lot of times, and I tell people all this all the time, that's why I pretty much backed up off of grassroots organizing. I was like, nah, I'm not. This ain't.
Things getting a little weird, a little different.
It was too weird.
It
was too weird, and it was to the point where it had just become dysfunctional.
I figured that's why I got out of it, man. And I just stayed silent with my case, and I just backed away from everybody and just did it my own thing. So,
well, everybody has a lane. It's important for people to recognize their lane. And I know what my lane is. So I jumped back because I was in it before. I jumped out there and started doing that. And then I jumped out of it and jumped back into what I was doing on the professional tip. So once again, though, both of these brothers are passionate. Shit happens, man. When you're young, you make mistakes. I don't know. Like I said, during the real controversial times, people were like flooding my inbox. Like, oh, I want to come on and I want to talk about Frank Nitty and da-da-da-da. Especially females. And I was just telling them all, like, listen, if y'all had some type of consensual, involvement and y'all would do whatever, that's like relationship boy girl shit. Like, we're not gonna do that.
You mean everybody's talking about that case, but
no, I'm talking about the accusations of sexual harassment and rape. So I'm saying ladies were calling me who were on the trip. They told me about the things they went through. They told me about how hard it was. They felt like totally mistreated by him and misled. Brother Sino got shot in the face in Pennsylvania. So this became a thing where, like I said, women were calling in saying, no, I want to come on the show and tell what he did to me. And I would be like, unless you've pressed charges and it's something illegal, I'm not going to talk about his sex life on my show. I'm not going to talk about his personal life. If you thought he was messy, I was flirting, you thought, okay, I might, throw him a little something on the side. But then you don't realize that there's probably 5 other women, because it's majority women. There's probably 5 other women that he's doing the same thing to. And then you find out, and now you and him got drama. See how that shit can just become a whole mess when you moving like that. So that's kind of how I looked at it. But you congratulations to you. You protested with him. I've never protested with him.
I protested with Don Hamilton's family pretty hard. I protested with Michael Bell. I protested, when I was fresh at it back in 2017. And for a while, I had my own page going very well till the police dismantled it. But, when I came on your show, I had no idea what your show was about. So I was going on any podcast to try to push my story. And when I came to your show,
you didn't have many because it wasn't many back then, except for maybe me and Homer Blow.
Yeah, and there was one downtown where King Rick, remember King Rick?
Oh yeah. River West, yes.
Yeah, I went down there a few times. So I talked to King Rick personally, before he passed away and all that. DM, and he's a good dude. He was going to help me with a lot of things. But a lot of the black community wouldn't fuck with me because I'm white.
Absolutely. So, and if they see some of the shit you put on Facebook, they really never gonna fuck with you.
No. That shit. Because, hey, let me break down. Let me real quick. Real quick. Your admin attacked me. He's calling me all type of honky this, honky that, motherfucker shit. You know what I mean? Your admin. What's his name? McGee.
Oh, Anthony. Hold on a second.
That dude is crazy, man.
Let me check this out. Let me look at my chat room.
So I snap back.
Hold on, Joe.
All right.
Hold on. Let me get my chat room because it's buzzing. Will says, I will never say a man has my dick in his mouth. Women only. No man will ever have to think that. That is something that Nitty was saying, which I was confused about when I was watching his video. And I'm like, this is getting a little weird because he did keep saying, yeah, this dude got my dick in his mouth. He'd be having my dick in his mouth 3-4 times a day. Like, and I'm sitting there like, no, man, that ain't what you want to say, brother. I understand you frustrated. That's not what you want to roll with. But he wouldn't stop saying it. Like the whole video, he was suck my dick. Suck my dick, motherfucker. You got my dick in your mouth. I'm just like, dude, stop it with the dick references. But yeah, that was weird, Earl. He said, I heard Jimmy crack corn. Yeah, I don't know. That's what there was a lot of allegations made. And once again, how y'all feel on the Frank Nitty situation with Ken Black, whatever. We just loose and live on a Monday night. Now, Joe, you was talking, so go ahead. I cut you off.
Damn, I was talking about. Yeah, so I wasn't. McGee. I started posting stuff on the People's Network, certain things to try to open people's minds, and then he attacked me. So it got into like he's very racist against white people. You know that. So he's at me. I'm at him back, and then some other dude jumped on his back. But I'm gonna tell you what, for him being the admin for that group, man, he's very one way. He's very 1,000% Democrat all the way. And but he won't listen to nothing I was trying to tell him. So, but that's how that started. So I wasn't trying to conceal my identity or nothing. I'm just clapping back as a man. Hey, fuck you. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I don't
that's
know.
how that started. That's how that started. But I don't disrespect you. I don't disrespect you or your show.
You do when you try to talk over me like that. That's one thing.
Okay,
that's
okay, my fault. Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
I don't really do that on. You notice it don't matter what you say. How
I
you
know.
feel,
I know. Yeah, I know.
I'm gonna hang up. Like, nope, not gonna do that. But no, and I'm gonna give you a chance to speak too. So my point is, this is a foundational Black American group. It is designed and conceived in my head as my own personal Black CNN. All kinds of information, all kinds of different, and all supposed to be based on facts. I see some stuff sometimes, and if it's labeled as spam, I know it's clickbait. I'll take it down because there has to be some journalistic integrity. Now, Anthony has been the admin for about 7 or 8 years.
Yeah,
and he's done a great job. I can tell you he has a problem with Scott Epicet, and he has a problem with you. But some of your posts are not really conversations or back and forth between you and him. It's a post where you, in general, say something foul about the Black community, and I'm like, yo, of course he gonna react to that shit along with everybody else in the group. So then I get if somebody, Kevin, why don't you kick this dude out? Why don't you block him? Take Anthony off admin. I say, nah, just let this shit flow and be what it is. So that's my take on Anthony. I didn't know y'all had some kind of personal vendetta against each other.
Yeah, it was a personal thing. That's why I was doing that mostly. So, yeah. So I don't go on there no more, man. I'll let y'all do you, you know. So
no, you welcome to go in, but if you gonna put something racist in a Black group of,
I don't want to put nothing racist, Kevin, in there. You know what I mean? I'm upset with the crime, just like you are, and that's what pisses me off. And sometimes I'd be like, damn, man, this is bullshit, you know. And it's everywhere in Milwaukee, you know what I mean? So it's very
difference being, I see all kinds of things that I could say about the South Side, because there is crime on the South Side, believe it or not.
Oh yeah, I can break down every block of the South Side.
I don't have to go on and say, all you dirty Mexicans or all you filthy South Siders. I stay out the South Side business. I don't know nothing about the South Side. I'm a North Sider whole life. So I don't feel the need for nobody else to try to come and get in our business. I thought you was from out of town.
I thought you were out of town though. When did you come to Milwaukee? Like the 90s?
I was born and raised in Milwaukee, man. What are you talking?
Oh, I thought you said you came from down south up here.
My family is from Mississippi. My whole family is from Mississippi.
Okay.
I was born and
You
raised.
a North Sider. You a North Sider.
For life. I was born and raised.
And I'm a South Sider for life.
Right. But like I said, I stay out y'all business. I'm just trying to make it. I don't say nothing foul about white people. I could say all kinds. I'm not slanted like that.
I don't give a fuck about you talk about white people. I don't bother
I care if you talk about Black people. I don't like, especially if we
create our own.
If we create our own platform and get away from everybody, and you still got to come over there and jump in, like, yeah, and you niggas, it's like, dude, what the fuck?
Nah. I won't disrespect nothing on the show, man.
You did the lucky leprechaun shit. I'm like, what's up with this dude?
Well, that's one of my aliases.
Well,
you know
like,
what I mean? I got a lot of aliases.
We know it's him. We knew it was you.
I wasn't hiding. I was at war with McGee and some other dude, his friend. So
he was at war.
They were mad at me, boy.
Hey, Karen.
What's up, man? Welcome to the show, man. Welcome to the show. Go ahead, come on.
I just wish we could find reasons to agree instead of finding reasons to disagree.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Remember the other day I said, when I find out where me and somebody disagree, I just don't go there no more with them.
Okay.
I talk about everything else. It's as simple as that. You know what I mean? We don't have to push our disagreements on each other.
We don't have to, but
it's okay for
unfortunately,
anybody to think like they want to think. We could link up on how we agree.
if there's something there.
How come people don't do that on social media? You know what I mean? Everybody always jump in when they find something they don't like. But if it's something you agree on, why you don't jump in then too? Because usually it be the same people. You know what I mean? The same people you disagree with, you jump in on they shit and go hard on them. But you don't never jump in and go hard when they on something dope that you agree with.
Okay.
Why we don't do that?
I don't know if that's human nature. You know,
it can be.
People are just messy and shit.
I think it's scientific, man. We addicted to the cortisol.
Maybe that's it. Maybe you hitting it on the head, Dr. Witch Doctor. I mean, I'm for real. Like, listen, anything goes, because obviously nobody has a real answer for it because we can't stop it. Now, Mama Jenkins is in the chat room. She said, "Good evening, my Outlaw family. Hope Joe is good. Did he get his business taken care of?" What Joe we talking about? Joe who's on the line? Or are you talking about what Joe are we talking about, Mama Jenkins? She said the kill cop is soon to be gone. Hold on. The kill cop is soon to be gone. Hope he runs into a pit bull. The kill cop. Oh, you're talking about Mensa? Are we talking about Mensa? Mensa? Oh my gosh, we haven't even discussed Mensa on the show.
I seen that punk downtown in Water Street.
Wow. Mama Jenkins said killer cop. She said the killer cop is soon to be gone. Okay, so she is talking about Mensa, I believe. Ewok said, It was me, you passive racist Peckerwood.
Yeah, you hurt my feelings there, buddy.
Listen, you're gonna get it on Outlaw Radio. They're gonna give it to you, man. But just like
I have no problem with that, man.
As long as you
that shit don't hurt me, don't even touch me, don't even faze me.
Yeah,
Honky, Peckerwood, whatever.
Sharita Shaw, how you doing, my sister? You're right. It was Mensa. Mensa he killed 3 people in like 2 years or something like that. He was like African Dirty Harry, Nigerian Dirty Harry. Like, he's for real. Like,
oh, he's Nigerian?
I believe he's Nigerian. I
believe he looks Nigerian.
He's a tether. He's not a foundational Black American. So, but Kamar, I'm glad you're here because I had opened the show up and I had kind of jumped right on it with the whole Nitty and Ken Black. Remember Ken Black was on the show with us, right?
Yeah.
And so I seen you in some of the comments. And some people saying, well, how's he supposed to react when dude makes a video about him? But I had to look at it. He actually made a video first. Now, Ken Black been on his heels for years. He made this video in regards to Tweezy, right? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And so Ken Black video was a reaction to that one.
Right.
So now you seen, what's your take on this whole situation?
Well, first off, let's remember, Ken Black was on Nitty's side a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
Remember? Mm-hmm. That one girl that was trying accusations.
Yes.
He got her to go to the hotel and you know what I mean, and fit all this shit. So he was on dog's side at first. I don't know what happened since then, but in a sense, I agree with Ken.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, dog, you came over, you raised a lot of hell in Milwaukee, but then you hit it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? You raised a lot of money, but you ain't do nothing. You wouldn't do it. Fucking where you ain't even spend the shit here, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You didn't even spend the shit, but I get it. You know what I mean? I get why he went in, and I think this shit hilarious. I don't feel bad either, but he went in like I felt like he was like 50 Cent. You know what I mean? With the trollness, like he just going in, dog. Man. I could turn my phone on now and he probably got another video about him or some shit, man. Like,
did you not
want to fuck with? I don't want no trouble with.
Did you not see the crack the crack kickball game?
Yeah, man.
What is this whole flyer with this? Oh my goodness, dog.
And then look, and now on the flip side, right? Comedian.
He's a comedian. He said he's no longer a comedian. He's now trying to make films. Okay. Go ahead. Well,
it's probably comedy films. I don't know. But anyway, but what I'm getting at is Frank is supposed to be a community activist.
Absolutely.
I don't care how nobody talk to you, dog. You can't talk destructively back. can't be on video talking about my dick all in your mouth, my dick in your mouth, nigga, my dick in your mouth, I'll fuck you up. You can't kick it like that, dog.
Absolutely not.
That
Absolutely.
shit gay as a motherfucker, man. I will not talk about my dick in another man's mouth. He said it like 50 times in one video.
He went crazy with the dick talk. It tripped me out. I was just like,
you know what I'm saying? So, hey, man, whatever goes, goes. You know what I'm saying?
Ultimately, though, Kamar, doesn't that show and doesn't that prove that Ken Black was under his skin and living in his head rent free?
Yeah.
He shook him to pieces. That is a shook video. That is an angry. He's spitting. He's mad.
He
but he probably should have been mad because dude was knee deep in his ass. No diddy. Like that. I'm telling you, the crack kickball game. Yo, that's classic. I'm saving that meme just because of how he said it. It's so high quality. I'm like, this really gonna be an event.
I thought it was for real too.
Stop, man. Let me go to this chat room, man. This shit was Milwaukee was messy this weekend, man. Let me see. Earl Henny said no to the white pedophiles. Okay, Earl is against white pedophiles. Sharita Shaw, when I said a tether, she said he's not an FBA, speaking on Mensa. Dion, what up, man? What up with you, Dion? I see you out there. He said, I'm not mad at Nitty. He did his motherfucking thing. Is that what you're saying? He did his motherfucking thing. Sharita Shaw said, yeah, you know Dion would say, hell yeah, that's some gangster shit. Sharita Shaw said he did
anything to go against the grain, man.
She said he disrespected the movement and then moved like he was on another level. He did. She said he's gay as fuck. Damn. Go hard in the chat room just like they do, man. This is Ewok. He said, hang up on the racist Peckerwood. He having too much fun.
Hey, Ewok. Ewok, you hiding in Arizona, homie?
Yeah.
You got to get away from that Milwaukee drama.
She said because he wanted to come back home. Well, he said he got a $150,000 job and a 700 credit score. So if that's all true, I don't understand why. I would just really be like, man, my life would have been like, man, I'm not even tripping on you, bro. You a comedian. You know, it is what it is, man. I'm straight. You know,
that's how you supposed to kick it with him.
Yeah.
That's how you're supposed to do, man.
Peace and love to the city, man. You know, I still got love for y'all, man. No matter what y'all say, I'm still the mill is in my heart. Like, it's the way you can do the thing. So I just but you also can't tell somebody else how to grieve either. I can't tell you how to react if somebody slapped the shit out of you. Like, no, Kamar, you should be processing it like this. Like, motherfucker, I'm the one who got slapped. You don't get to tell me how to react. So it's a whole bunch. Right. You see this handprint on the side of my cheek? Urban Legend RC, man. What it do, man? If y'all don't know, I'm a RC addict, man. Like, I've really got a sickness, right? Like, I've been doing this shit like 12 years. Radio control cars and shit, like that's my shit, right? I ain't talking no toys you get out of Walmart. I'm talking about these 100-mile-per-hour joints and all this kind of stuff. So I be watching Urban Legend RC. So shout out to you, man. I like what you're doing, man. Because I don't have a lot of friends who do RC, so I don't get to sit around and talk RC. So I tune into these like platforms on YouTube, and it's dope.
Hey,
yeah,
Kevin,
what's up, man?
What do you think about the mayor? I'm gonna tell you I think about the mayor. I can't stand the motherfucker, but what do you think about the mayor, man?
The who?
The little Obama, the mayor, Milwaukee mayor.
Oh man. Well, hold on. Let me get to this chat room and then we'll see.
We'll see.
Earl Hayes said, a man that wants his dick sucked do say that. I don't know.
Right?
I don't know. Not by another man. Orlando Owens. Oh, we got Orlando in the chat room too. This shit finna be hot fire like Dylon, Kamar. I should have called this the bad guy show with all the bad guys on the panel because everybody hates both of y'all. Ewok said, get your bitch here with me. He said he got your bitch here with him.
Who's bitch?
Maybe yours. I don't know. Somebody. He got somebody bitch over there with
him.
He
gonna be paying. He gotta pay me that money.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
We don't do that. Sharita Shaw said, we know how money spent. He lying. Wow. Okay. So
I got more money in your whole panel. Shit.
I would say this. For anybody who has an opinion on this, you're welcome to it. But like I say, the work that them brothers was doing was both, you know, I mean, we had Club County Jail, man. Like, No other city, nowhere else in history is ever doing that. And like I said,
I was, you know, when what's his name? Not Frank, the other one. What's his name?
Vaughn.
Can't damn.
You talking about Vaughn?
Yeah, Vaughn Mays. Yeah, when he first caught those charges, I was down there in the federal building with like 40 other people supporting him, and that helped get him on bond. So that's way back in the day, 2017, 18.
Yeah,
I can't remember.
We stood right there on the corner and watched the gas station burn to the ground. And that's a whole other conversation. What happened, and that was kind of like the deterioration of grassroots organizing, because they came down and they just, you know, did what they do. Plants here and there. Next thing you know, a couple people went to jail. I ain't gonna say no names.
Destroyed the whole.
People got in trouble, and then it was like, all right, well, fuck it, we ain't on that no more. Ewok said, Joe, he said, Joe, you got a few white boy pennies. And so, something else. I can't see the whole quote. Ewok said, white pimp on the phone. He called Joe a white pimp. Ewok said, act like you killing the city, poor white trash. Damn. Ewok. Shit. It gets messy.
I done took the city for everything they got, man.
Kamar, my show is turning into a Jerry Springer platform. What the fuck is going on?
Nah, I'm just talking from my point of view.
I'm just talking about how people react. My chat room is ruthless.
I know.
No limits.
I know. Ernest P. World is always gonna hate me. I feel it, and your admin.
You know what? Anthony hates a lot of anything that seems racist, and he's been on the show. We've conversed. Anything that he sees as racist, he's gonna jump it. But that's his job as the admin, and he's been doing it so long. I think he's the only other person who takes that group as serious as I do. Ernest is. I mean, he's the only other person. Like, no, this is real.
So he's an admin also then. So that makes sense. They jump. You know, it is what it is, man. You know, they got their story going on. You know, it's all good. I respect the show.
As long as nobody gets disrespectful, I don't got a problem with the fuck.
I'm not getting disrespectful. Right. I'm very interested. I like your show.
Now this is
part of your show, Kevin. You don't like to share the shit out of your show, bro. After I was on it, you know it.
But that's so long. That was like 10 years ago. Shit.
Yeah, I don't think it's that long.
It was a long time ago because I was still doing shit here in my basement and that was like 3 casts ago.
Kamar.
But that's for Kamar.
I was trying to help you. Get up there and maybe. I don't understand why your show is good enough to be like Story Low. You know what I mean?
Hey man, God has a plan. Everything in due time. Now, Ewok said you over there stealing Mexican jobs, but you referenced Obama, and you were making that reference to our mayor, who we once referred to as Obama 0.05, right? 0.05. But now I got an issue with Obama. Y'all come on in, and this is something else I want to know what everybody in the chat room thinks. Obama comes out and says we need to have. Hold on, Joe. He said young men need to have closer relationships with gay men.
Oh my God.
And he said his gay college professor had a great influence over his life. Now check this out. I know.
I found out Michelle was a man.
I knew somebody was gonna set that shit up. Is that why he's so pro-gay?
I don't know. I'm hoping not.
Obama implemented gay marriage. I'm
hoping that ain't where this going.
He's the most pro-gay president we probably ever had. I mean, I don't know. Some of the pictures I done seen of John Kennedy with one of his little buddies that he was friends with for life.
He's about the only one that created
rich forever. He's never been poor.
Well, I don't know. That was pretty poor coming up. He was a half breed. What you say, Kamar?
He's about the only one that done created laws for him, ain't he?
Well, he was instrumental into the advancement of a lot of them. I can't say he created them, but it seemed like whatever came across his desk, he was like, yes. Right. You know what I mean? Yeah, no doubt. Orlando said Black Jesus. He called Obama Black Jesus. I don't know, not for who? For who? Who's he Black Jesus? For his name
Obama.
Mean
that shit.
Obama in Africa for not going in war when he was in office.
Orlando Owens and Earl Manning, he said Orlando converts and joins the white pimp. Sharita said, y'all remember Obama paint the White House rainbow? Did he? Did he do that? This is MMT Pro. He said, I'm in the building. Let's go. MMT Pro. First time I'm seeing you, my brother. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Number attached to the show, y'all, 262-202-5131. It's Outlaw Radio Live. It's what we do on Mondays and Wednesdays. Welcome to the show. Now, like I said, this whole, and once again, I want to send this around out into the chat room, on the phone. I don't know why he feels that young men need to have closer relationships with gay men. I guess he's saying that it'll create some sort of empathy or sympathy for gay men. And I'm like, well, I don't know that that's something we need right now. Especially in the Black community, we need a little bit more focus on literacy and STEM and that kind of thing. We need that. We don't really want to say, well, we want to make sure they have relationships with gay men. Matter of fact, I think that's one of the last things our young men really need right now, to be confused, to be led astray.
That would hurt any young man. That would hurt any young man, no matter what the color. That shit don't even make sense for him saying that, but okay.
I feel like that was some agenda. I feel like that was some agenda shit, and somebody told him to say it.
Yeah, 2030 agenda, depopulation. Let's everybody be gay. Let's be feminine. That's the Democrat way, ain't it?
So okay. So you said it's part of an agenda, which I get, because we've talked about there is an agenda, right? There is a homosexual agenda.
Always an agenda.
And we've talked about this, Kamar, on the show many times. We can see, and initially we stated nobody really has a problem with you because of your sexual orientation. So if you like to sleep with men, you like to sleep with women. I mean, men,
that's fine,
and vice versa, women and women. The only thing I expect for you to do is do your thing and respect me doing mine. So It seemed like over the last 20 years, especially since Obama, being straight became bad. That was my problem with it. Like, I was bad for being straight. Like, gay people could make jokes about straight people, but we couldn't make any about them. So I was like, when did this shit come about? Like, wait, it's a joke to be straight? Like, whatever.
We don't have a heterosexual month. You know what I mean? This shit, what you do in your bedroom is what you do in your bedroom. It has no business in the classroom. It has no business with kids. It has no business being promoted. And that's how I feel about it.
Dion says Trump is his Jesus, goofy ass dude. He's talking about Orlando. Orlando Owen said Earl is the Pope pimp. You rocking with Obama. I'm being messy. I'm from Milwaukee. Fuck it, it's a messy weekend. And Kamara, I also talked about before you got here that some other drama in the city was this argument about the young lady, or the accusation of the young lady taking OG Tweezy's chain off of his lifeless body.
Oh man,
now, I don't know if you heard. You might be closer to me to it, Kamar. So, was the last thing that we heard was that the police actually had it?
I don't know. I hadn't heard where the chain come from, but I will say this: that brother never said nobody's name.
Okay,
you know what I mean? When he brought it up, he never said nobody's name on who had it. He said, "I'm gonna blast you." Somebody else put her out there.
Okay. Where's all this footage leaking from?
Like he put her on blast, huh?
Where's all this footage leaking from?
I don't know. That's my thing, man. Like, how was this club letting all this footage get out here?
This shit's out here, right? This must be a longer time than we think.
Man, listen,
did they get the girl or what?
She came out and adamantly denied that she had it, and I seen some other people defending her, saying she didn't have it.
She did something with his neck. With two hands.
She said she was checking his pulse.
Well, with two hands.
There we go. I don't know. Maybe I didn't watch.
Take a motherfucker pulse with his wrist.
I missed some details because I'm uncomfortable watching this. I'm uncomfortable watching it, so it's hard for me to even watch it to see if she took something. Because I'm like, that's him laying on the ground. Deceased.
He was dead. So and she jumped off on him and took the chain off him.
I don't know that she took the chain. I'm
just saying with the video.
On video.
So when you watched it, Kamar, you seen her with something in her hand.
You couldn't see the chain because the video was blurry, but she was down there, definitely down there, kneeling at his neck, doing something with two hands for a long time. She got up
Well,
stood
police. I
over,
thought the police said they're looking
back
for her
down,
because of the
was
chase.
doing something
Yeah.
with two hands again. Then she got up, turned around, and you seen her left hand go and slide in her purse a little bit. And then she jump up like she was frantic and shit.
Hold on, I got another call coming in. Let
So
me.
I don't know, man. I'm just saying I don't know if she did or didn't, but the video looked like she did.
It did. I don't know. Come on, It's crazy. It's nasty work. Earl Henny said, no worries. I have a wonderful life. Sorry, Orlando Owens. Ty on two wheels. He said, I'm a late 70s baby. They don't need to crack jokes because our era is known for crushing feelings. Transformers more than meets the eye. Welcome to the show, my brother. I'm also a 70s baby. I'm a funk baby. I say it all the time. I was born in the mid 70s. I'm trying to get this. There's another call trying to come through. I'm trying to clear my line up. So yeah, I get you. Now you said they don't need to crack jokes. Who you talking about don't need to crack jokes? Said because our era is known for crushing feelings. Ewok says, hey, shoeshine boy, you got back up tonight. And he said you get back up tonight and I'll roast both of you suckers. Oh, okay. He's going at Orlando and he's going at Joe. My line, I was trying to clear the line up. I had another caller trying to come in. I'm sure Joe will call back. Trust me. The number is 262-202-5131. Chat room's active. Shout out to everybody who's here. It's Outlaw Radio live on a Monday evening. This is what we do every Monday and every Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Hey, Kev, is that
What's
the guy
happening?
is that the guy from that other show?
That the white boy that was on the phone? That's Joe. That's Joe Walker.
The guy that was on the other show?
Yeah. That's the dude who said Kumar. I thought you was gonna recognize the voice. I'm sitting here like,
you know, man, listen, man, I don't be paying attention to people like that, man. This shit is like a shell, you know what I mean? They try to hit me and they fall to the side, man. I don't be remembering people like that. I remember if you want some positive shit, some dope shit, you know what I mean? You can rent some space in my mind in, but I ain't gonna remember you on that type shit.
Ty said the Transformers don't need to crack jokes. Okay. Malcolm Jamal Warner died today. Like Theo from the Cosby Show died.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Man, you know, I was just thinking the other day, man, you know, we at that age, Kev. I mean, it don't feel like it, but we at that age where you start seeing people drop in different types of ways, man. You know what I'm saying?
It's crazy.
It's
everybody got a time.
I don't know what to call it. Huh?
Everybody got a time, but it's just shocking. Like you'd be like,
yeah,
whoa.
it is, man. It is. Because you know, you got all these memories with different entertainers and shit, like Malcolm Jamal Warner. You got all your Cosby Show memories and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But then he had the other show. He had the other show with
he's had plenty of shows. Yeah.
And so it's like we grew up with it. Watching
Malcolm and
TV.
Eddie.
It's almost like family with people when you watch TV, watch them on TV every week. It seemed like you're going through their life with them, but it's really not their life.
I feel like you grew up with them. Yep, you're right. Ty on two wheels said 180 followers. Let's go. I don't even know if I have 180. I say this. This is a running joke around here. On YouTube, we suck. I'm trying to tell you. It's not like I got 1 million followers anyways, but I don't know how to work YouTube, right? Like, so I be having other shit going on. I have no team. I'm a team of one. It's just me and Kumar. So, you know what I'm saying? I don't, our YouTube sucks, man. And we got like 250, 260 shows on YouTube. I'm ignorant to it, man. People say you fucking off, Kev. Hey, man, if this is what you do and this is a service you provide, all you got to do is inbox me. We can do business. I mean, I'm pretty sure if more people seen it, they would chime in to a lot of the shit we talk about. So it's dope like that. But I'm good in the 414. So, I'm not a person who wants to be a celebrity. It's ironic that I do something like this, but I'm not a person who wants to be famous. I enjoy my anonymity, right? Like I still need to be able to move and, move efficiently. Come on. I don't need people. Hey, you can't. I've never really wanted that. Like, no, let me in and out. Brenda Peterson, she said he drowned. Yes, he drowned on vacation. Was he? Man, that water get your ass. Said always know your enemy. Earl Henning said that. Shabaka said you 70s babies is old. Wait until you hit your 60s. Malcolm Jamal Warner is dead at 54. hey, you ain't got you don't have no other choice but to wait. It's coming if you live. You know what I'm saying?
This
So
one thing you ain't gonna beat is time.
right, no, it's undefeated. It's undefeated. Earl Henry said you got to quit fucking with the ocean, with that ocean. He drowned. Yeah, man, that's wicked. Ewok said jamming on the Stevie Wonder episode. I was more of a fan of what he did on Malcolm and Eddie. Man, I have a thing with the Cosby Show. I see people worship the Cosby Show. I always thought the Cosby Show was corny. Even when I was a little kid, I thought it was corny. And I think it might be because I didn't know a family like that. I didn't know a family with a mother who's a lawyer and a daddy who's a doctor, and they live this kind of like elitist black lifestyle with $15,000 paintings in their homes. I'm not saying it didn't exist. I had never encountered one. I was like, kind of corny. It's the height of the crack era, and y'all live in Brooklyn. Nothing bad ever happens. Like around me at that time, shit was going down, Kamar. So I'm like, how come I ain't never know about? Like I'm just.
Why they car never got? Hey, why they car never got stolen?
Right, Theo ain't had one fight. What the fuck? Ain't no sirens, you know. So I always thought it's kind of corny. I did like the Ray Charles, baby. Everybody liked that episode.
I ain't heard. Hey, we ain't hear nobody carbon stereo beating down the block.
No. Did Theo even have a gold chain? It was the 80s, and his mom and daddy had money. Come on, man. It was whitewashed for me. But the Stevie Wonder episode was dope. Yeah, it was some shit in there that was funny when I was little, but I just think like this is so corny because it didn't represent reality to me. Ty on Two Wheels said you have started building it, and you have to start building it, and they will come just like the Field of Dreams. I know, but I don't. Once again, I got a YouTube page. The videos go because we simulcast. I watch more YouTube than anything. I watch more YouTube than I watch TV. Like for real. I sit up for hours and watch YouTube, Kamar. Maybe we can move towards trying to put some more energy over there. Sharita Shaw said, we love you, Kev. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, my sister. Appreciate it. Go ahead, brother.
No, I was just gonna say, I think growing following on YouTube would be similar to TikTok, right? You start out really because you start out with the short videos. You flooded with short videos. Most people, you know what I mean, they time span is real short. Attention span is real short. You know what I mean? And I ain't saying that to talk about them or nothing like that, but you know what I mean? You like to watch something quick, get some information, and get
on
out.
to the next. That's why reels are so popular. Yeah.
Yeah. So you gain a following like that. Like my following on YouTube, because that's all I be doing. Every once in a while I do a longer video and put it on YouTube. But like I start out with all the short videos. I ain't popping, but shit, I got damn near 400 followers on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? And I think it comes from the short videos.
Hey, you ain't
so
lying.
maybe you know how you chop them up and put them on TikTok. You should chop them up and put them on YouTube too. The same videos, just put them on both platforms.
I'm laughing when you said that because I have a TikTok page, and I was rocking it for a minute, and I got Opus Clip to create the short clips. I ain't put shit on there like this. I'm a horrible promoter, man. I'm gonna tell anybody that, like, they say, "Kev, man, you know how to do this shit." I can tell you what equipment to buy and just a real classical training of how to just really do.
Look, and then that right there, Kev. Hey, listen, that's a whole lane, a podcast lane, teaching people how to podcast. You know what I mean? Like quick gems, right quick on YouTube. I mean on TikTok. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's a lane. Yeah, that's the type of stuff you need to really go viral. Is like you find a lane somehow and flood that motherfucker.
I think my career interferes with that because I have a real job, right?
Right.
And people say, "Fuck that job. You wouldn't have to go that motherfucker if you did it." But I have to work. I'm one of them people. Hey, I have to work. I gotta work.
Yeah, I get it, man. Timing is everything. Because like with me, the only reason I got so much time on my hands because I'll be at the store all day.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So while I'm at the store all day selling products and thinking of videos to make. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Whole day, right? Once I get to the store.
My job
So
is a
you
little
know what I
bit
mean.
different.
I got time to get creative, and you know what I'm saying, and do shit like that.
Yeah, like during the day, my job is like I'm working with people constantly and consistently. I have to move around and
Yeah.
do that. So if I'm sitting in my office, I do have some time sometimes to sit in my office, right? And I could be doing it then, but I don't want to be in the office at work and somebody come in like, hey, Kevin, I need to, hey, what you doing? This motherfucker in here too.
Right.
I don't need that problem in my life. You know what I'm saying? Like I need to keep my benefits for it. And we, like I said, God is good because we're moving towards trying to create something as a different revenue stream as opposed to our jobs. Like my wife and I, we both been, hey, we got kids to take care of, we got bills. You chase your dreams on part-time. You got to get that 9 to 5 in check, right? So now we're kind of saying, hey, well, let's look at something else to do on the side. So it takes time. And maybe this will be it. Shabaka said YouTube is full of shit. I deleted all my videos. Why did you delete your videos? I seen you put that up. Oh, Sharita saw shit. She said she loves you too, Kamar. She said we love you, Kev, and they love you too as well. Shout out to y'all, man. That's why I guess maybe that's why I haven't really tried to jump out there, because we get a lot of love from Outlaw supporters. So I'd be like, oh, okay, that's kind of like all the adulation I need. I don't want to deprogram, right? Like it just have everybody, yeah, Kev. I'm not really a dude who has sought approval like that. I'm cool, right? Shabaka says the Pacific Ocean is rough. Yes, but I thought he was out of the country in Cabo or something. Like I thought he was somewhere else. Ewok said that was the magic of the show. It was so good and unreal. It hypnotized the world. White bitches was telling their husbands they should be more like Cliff Huxtable. Was they? Everybody has, everybody
I
has.
was too young to know all that. I just thought the shit was funny as a motherfucker, man. You know what I mean? I liked it. I was one of them kids that liked the Cosby Show.
That's what's up. That's dope.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Shit, with every show, some people like it, some people don't. You know what I mean?
It's not that I didn't like it. I don't want people to think that. It's not that I didn't like it because I watched it like everybody else. Obviously, I don't even think we had cable yet, so I really only had 3 channels. But it was just I just felt as a youngster, I felt it was corny because I could not relate to it on no level. And let me read the chat room. I'm gonna tell you why. Sharita Shaw says real OG. She's shouting you out for your real OG brand. Ty on 2 wheels. Ty on 2 wheels. I'm sorry. Married with Children was written about a black family by a writer from Good Times. The higher up said no way, they used the white family. And one of the creators was a brother. Yeah. And Married with Children was my show for years. I'm trying to tell you. When I was a teenager, we had a million Al Bundy one-liners.
Oh yeah, that one too. That was another one. The Toxic Family. You got the Toxic Family and the hyper positive family, right?
Just so I thought it was satire. I always took it as satire. Who is this? This is Orlando Owens. He said, I'm getting my son and grandson in the RC. Holler at me, man. Holler at me, Orlando. Because the main thing about hobby grade RC is when you come in, don't spend a lot of money. You get bit by the bug, you're gonna be fucked because you're gonna be like, I gotta go faster, I gotta go bigger, more power, and then you're gonna look around and be like, damn, I done spent like $7,000 on remote control cars. So it'll get you like that. Take your time, come in cheap, know what you're looking for. That's why you should talk to somebody who really does it before you just jump in. You go to Hobby Town and you don't know what you're doing, they're gonna strip your ass. Trust me, I've watched them do it. Brenda Peterson said, keep being authentic and you'll have a following. Orlando Owens says Kamar is his own boss, so he does have the flexibility. Brenda Peterson's laughing. Ewok said Ernest is weird. Cabo said, this is Shabak. He said Cabo San Lucas is at the bottom of Baja California. Damn, I didn't know that. Said Baja California is Mexico. Oh shit, I didn't know. Urban Legend RC said LOL, it can happen very quickly. Ewok said, I got an Al Bundy jersey, poke high, 4 touchdowns in 1 game. I seen you wearing that jersey before. So Urban Legend, this is what I'm telling. Orlando said that probably I started doing this like 15 years ago, like 15 or 14 years ago, right? Because I was in it, I was on it when I was little, but the hobby grade shit cost too much money, right? Like you couldn't back then. The shit was super expensive, and you had to put it together yourself. Just really quickly, got on my own, married, had my kids, had some money. We moved out the hood. Kamara, it's the first time I ever lived out the hood. So I felt like I was in exile. So I bought an RC, and that just became, that's what I started doing. Like I looked around, man. About 4 months later, I think I had about 7, 8 cars, and then parts and batteries and tires and bodies and tools. And you see my shit now, you be like, dude, this shit look like a department store. It don't make no sense. So yeah, it can happen quickly. Now I want to go back to the Cosby Show. I think my biggest problem about it was people big up Cliff as the ultimate dad. Like, this is America's dad. Totally different from my father. Totally different. Even in his manner, in his mechanism, the way he moved about, how he conversed, how the stuff he taught his kids. My father was an entirely different dude because he had to go out and get it. I don't want to say out the mud like the youngsters, but he had to go get it. Like, he worked his ass off. He just wasn't around the house wearing fancy sweaters and shit. You know what I'm saying? He leave in the morning, come back at night. So I just couldn't relate to it. I got
my father wasn't around. My father was around, but he wasn't around much. You know what I mean? I had a lot of other men in my life who I was able to look up to also. And I think with me, it was that I think I knew a couple men that was similar to that style, you know what I mean? Like, I doubt if they was doctors or whatever, but they just carried that vibe about them. You know what I'm saying? That higher vibration value, it seemed like. You know what I'm saying? Attitude about themselves, about black people. And you know what I mean? But like I say, I mean, I don't knock it. You know what I'm saying? I get where you coming from also, because like, in a sense, it was kind of weird, because you know what I mean? Black men where we was at, you know what I mean? Doctors and shit. You know what I mean? That's what I said. Like, I doubt if the men was doctors who I knew, but I think it was more just that positive black attitude that they carried. You know what I'm saying?
I knew older brothers who had money in our neighborhood. Yeah. My neighborhood was the shit.
Right.
So it was business owners. The alderman, Marvin Pratt, lived across the alley from us. Right. But they were not snooty. They hadn't been to college. Right. They was like, no, I've been working for A.O. Smith for 35 years. That's why I got 7 cars, 2 vans, and 3 families. Right.
Now I'm an alderman. Hey, now I'm an alderman.
Right. So all them dudes was different. But Mr. Jones got money. He got 19,000 keys on his goddamn belt. He got houses, bars, stores. This motherfucker don't stop. Long ass deuce in the quarter sitting in front of the house. You know what I'm saying? So it was different. I got Dion on the line. He been patient for a minute because I've been into my shit. Dion, what's popping with you, man?
Oh no, man! I just called to listen to you guys.
Okay.
This be the highlight of my week. Ain't nothing been going on. I see y'all. Yeah, I was kind of shocked when I think what's his name, Malcolm Jamal Warner. At first, I thought it was like, what's the dude name, Kadeem Hardison, who played the Way. I was like, damn, bro, he died. But then I had to think about it, like, oh, okay, Malcolm Jamal and shit. You know what I'm saying?
And see, even that, because look. A Different World was my shit, right? Because I ain't gonna lie, I'm like, dude, I'm going to college, right?
Hey, I like the Different World too, and you know what I mean.
But at the same time, Kamar, it was kind of corny to me.
Right.
It was kind of corny, like it was just like what? And my college experience wasn't nothing like that. I guess because I didn't go to a HBCU.
I know Whitley look like shit now though. Like, she did not age
older,
well.
man. Damn,
Boy, she look like shit. On my mama, Don Lewis don't look like that. Old girl Freddie, and Freddie was my first love though. That little chocolate thing. I used to like me some Freddie. But Whitley did not age well though. Oh my God, she looked horrible. She might as well go and be white now. But I think she a Creole or something. But yeah, though, man, that kind of, shit, motherfucker getting up out of here, man, that's part of life, man. That's the sad part about it and shit, like, and drowning. I wonder how did he drown, though?
Oh
that's why I don't be fucking with that water, though.
See? That's what I'm saying, man.
Oh,
Kid, let's go on some jet skis. Shit. No, we ain't got no goddamn jet skis. No.
Like I be telling my gal, I said, even though you can swim,
I don't even
if
do
you out there in
diving
that
boards no
motherfucker
more.
lake,
No, you're right.
If
If you, that's different. If you in the lake or the ocean, it ain't about being able to swim. Like you got to be a bad motherfucker, right? Like so.
the currents will fuck you up.
Man, I'm good. And ain't no bottom. Goddamn.
Hell no, you can't walk on the bottom.
Oh wait, I'm good. I'm good. That's why my wife like,
That's
let's go
why
on a
I didn't like.
cruise. I'm like, I'm cool.
That's why I didn't like that new Mission Impossible. This like that shit crazy. Like I'm just looking at some shit they be doing in movies is crazy. Like, I ain't trying to say, but I'm just saying though, like if you go so deep in the water with just your body, that pressure from that ocean will kill your motherfucking ass.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and then like I remember like it was about maybe almost 20 years ago. My brother and his friend was fishing and shit. They was on one of these little lakes. And you know when you see the water, they show like at nighttime and shit, but then when you actually out there, that water pitch black. And they was out there fishing and shit and fucking around and capsized the boat. And dude ended up drowning. My brother almost drowned, but you know what I'm saying? He said he was fighting against them currents and shit. So they got underwater currents that you can't see. And that shit'll take your ass up under. And you'll be talking to Jesus in the morning, fucking around out there with that motherfucker lake.
Now, Dion, I got a question for you. Let me catch the chat room. Ewok says Orlando is a slave.
What's the question?
He said Orlando is a slave. Shabaka said Al Bundy was a writer. He was scrapped like a motherfucker. LOL. Yeah, those used to be the funniest episodes, man. When him and his guys, no man, be in a titty bar or something, and they go to scrapping and shit. I used to be like, this shit funny. Then they bought the black dude Griffin. I used to watch the shit out of Married with Children. Urban Legend said I had 70 cars. So I know all about it. I'm down to about 40 now. I did my thing last spring, my brother, where I did purge. And my wife is still at me like, yo, like, hey, like some of this shit you just got sitting. I'm going to drive it. And I think last summer, I sold about 9 or 10 and a bunch of parts and motors. And I made like $400 just to one of my homeboys who came through and brought his cousin and his brother. They went shopping in my crib. So I think I'm down now to about 35, 42. I think the people like that's better, Kev. Don't do it, man. Don't do it unless you got a job or one.
Yeah, you said you had a question to ask.
I am. I'm finishing my chat room. Be patient, young grasshopper.
Well, I'm about to mute you. Hold on.
Orlando Owen said this bottom dweller Dion. Damn, he called Dion a bottom dweller. Holy shit. Joseph Cannon, what it do, man? He said, hey, Coach Barnes, how are you? I'm doing well, Joseph. Tell your family I said hi, man. How you doing? I know you off in school. Wishing you all the luck, man. And I know you, Joseph. You'll look up. You'll see him. You'll see him one day. That boy Face is a track star. I used to coach Joseph when he was a youngster. Pee-wee playing Pee-wees with my son. Orlando Owen said undercurrents. Yes. He said and debris. Yeah. That debris. Your pants leg get caught on a branch underwater. You shit. And your guy pull up, he can't even help you because y'all don't know what you tangled on. I had to come up out them pants. Like fuck shit. Shabaka said they canceled A Different World when Sister Soldier was on their last after the rebellion in 1992. I thought they canceled it because of Martin, because I stopped watching the shit when Martin came on. I don't think anybody watched A Different World no more after Martin.
Martin was garbage, and I take it to the grave with him.
To you, yeah, that's fine. You can down that island. It was funny as fuck to me, and we watched the shit out of it. And it wasn't long before A Different World was gone. He said the Pacific is full of riptides. See, I'm cool. That's why I'm just gonna stay in Milwaukee with Lake Michigan. Now, my question that I had for you, Dion, was: did you see the whole Frank Nitti, Ken Black back and forth, or was you out of town, or did you see this, or what?
I seen it though, but I be scrolling past that shit though. That shit don't be. I seen where he had the little flyer talking about crackhead some shit, but I don't be feeding off. Into that shit though.
Game, the crackhead kickball game.
Yep. I've seen it, but I didn't really pay no attention though because I'm like, people do it. Like I wasn't mad. Like me myself personally, if anybody was in his situation, we probably would have did the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers be sitting out there talking and shit. You know what I'm saying? Why you think Orlando trying so hard to be with the Republicans and shit? Motherfuckers really, sometimes, yeah, people really be about the community, But sometimes people be about their own motherfucking public interest. I mean, their own personal interest too, though. You know what I'm saying? So shit, he did what he did. Then nobody really say nothing about him taking the money. I think they was mad at him because them hoes was talking about he took their pussy from him. You know what I'm saying? That's what it was, though.
Okay.
Shit, old girl from Black Lives Matter, they millionaire, so shit. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes shit, motherfuckers do shit that's what's in their own best interest. So I never was mad at him though. But I mean, some of that shit dude been putting up. It is funny, but I ain't never really like see how they war started or what they beef is about. It's just I look, scroll, and go past. That's it.
Kamar, you trying to jump in? What'd you say?
No, I was just saying it's some of all that. You know what I mean? It ain't just one thing that people mad at. It's different people mad about different shit. You know what I mean? And we always say, where there's smoke, there's fire. You know what I mean? You got a bunch of girls talking about you done did some foul shit. You know what I mean? You probably done did some foul shit somewhere in your career. I ain't saying you guilty, but you probably did some foul shit in your career somewhere that's questionable. You know what I'm saying? And you might have to answer to that someday.
It's hard being a man. It's hard being a regular mere mortal, especially when you are somebody that's pumping you up or treating you like you're above a normal human, and you start to believe your own hype. It's hard. It becomes very complicated.
Yeah, especially, you know what I mean? You call yourself being an activist. An activist looked at as being human pretty much. People expect you for them, and you can't even do it for your family. You know what I mean? You can't be there for your family because you out for the community so hard to be an activist. And it's certain shit that come with it, and you got to know it. You got to know the criticism. It's finna come with it, especially if you ain't solid.
Sometimes people just do that. Sometimes people just do that shit for notoriety and to try to come up on some money.
Well, you know, I mean, I feel like this too, right? I dig what you're saying, you know what I mean? But I also feel like, you know, we supposed to be critiqued. What's wrong with being critiqued? What's wrong with somebody telling you where you weak and stronger there? You can fix that shit. It ain't for me to get mad at somebody for critiquing me. Let me fix that shit so now you can't say that.
But I don't give a fuck how righteous the individual is.
We look
they
at
always
criticism
find some reason to slander them.
We criticism in the wrong way. But I mean, like, where there's smoke, there's fire, I believe. I ain't saying he's guilty, but I also believe where there's smoke, there's fire.
She said, y'all tripping. Orlando Owen said, Dion, stop holding the Dems in private areas. Stop holding them in the private areas.
Damn,
oh my God. He's saying, come on, I just realized what he's saying. Stop holding the Dems in their private areas. Come on, Orlando. That is some Obama shit.
I don't even pay dude no attention.
She said, while we on the subject, you heard about Umar. I haven't heard it. I don't really follow Umar because I've seen Umar speak.
That's what I'm saying, Dr. Umar Johnson.
But hold on. So with this Frank Nitty thing, I think that there was a couple things at work here, and this is a bigger picture because I'm seeing people on social media and people who leave Milwaukee. Shout out to you if you're listening to the show and you've moved on from Milwaukee. Nobody here has an issue with that. If you feel like you're in a better place, nobody has an issue with that. But I feel like when people who have left Milwaukee turn around and make posts where they're chastising the people who are still here, this creates the biggest issue. When he's saying all y'all niggas in the city is broke and dusty, all y'all some haters, y'all city crime is up because I left and I'm not there to fight crime no more. All y'all some haters, motherfuckers in Milwaukee this, motherfuckers in Milwaukee that. People on the line saying, it's a dark cloud over the city of Milwaukee. Let me tell you something. There's a dark cloud over the United States of America, if that's the case. But because in every urban city across this country, in the black community, the problems are the same. Maybe the gang is called something different. Maybe how the crime goes or flows is different. But everywhere you go where we are, in large amounts in an urban setting, there's the same problems. High homicide, robbery, rape, drugs, stolen cars, reckless driving. So people say, well, I'm moving to Detroit. Guess what? It's a lot of Milwaukee and Detroit. Remember Quick made the song Just Like Compton? Maybe that's what one of these young rappers should make a song like that about Milwaukee. Because this shit is everywhere. I do understand. Sometimes you need to hit reset. Sometimes you need to refocus your energy. You need to resurface. Maybe you've gotten in too deep and too dirty with the people in your neighborhood or your community. And you say, I got to get out of here because it's always going to be drama. I get that. But when you come back online and be like, oh, you broke ass niggas in Milwaukee, all y'all motherfuckers ain't shit. Fuck y'all. People react to that. Like, oh, no, fuck you. So it was that kind of energy. I don't, Sharita, put me up on what's going on with Umar, because I don't know nothing. I don't keep up with Umar. I know he took a picture with a light-skinned girl, and I think everybody was saying she was white. It turned out she was just light-skinned. That's the last I seen on YouTube for Umar. Orlando, did you call to start trouble, or what you on, man?
Well, you know, I'm always just honored to be part of the Outlaw family. So I don't know if it's trouble. Maybe it's good trouble. I don't know.
Before you even say anything, get your hands off the private parts of the Democrat. Is that like the most efficient white way to curse or insult somebody I've ever heard in my life? Where the fuck you come up with that shit from?
Dion know he be holding nuts all day, and they on his chest and on his chin. He know he be holding nuts to Democrats. You know that already. He carry water, hold nuts, kiss ass. You know what he does. He's a bottom dweller and a day walker too.
Now, why is you coming at my homeboy like that, though? I don't understand why you come on here. He hadn't even said nothing about you, Orlando.
Well, I'm bringing the heat tonight. He catches what I see him. He catches whatever. Not, you know, but it's...
He a goof ass dude, man. I ain't paying dude no attention. I hear you. See, the difference with that type of shit is, I ain't never said you touch nobody's private parts, but I'm going to accept that. And see, shit like that starts street shit. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't even on that level. You know what I'm saying? But I understand that you I don't know. They call you a coon or Uncle Tom, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You voted for somebody that's dismantling the black community. So I don't know why you not out here. You might as well put a gun in your hand and get to killing niggas out here on the street. Help Trump even more. Maybe he'll pardon you like he did the January 6th. You do a black on black hate crime.
So it's not no street shit, Dion. It's just your shit, Dion, because your mouth's too fat. You always talking shit and you don't hold no facts. You and what you support has been a detriment to what's going on in this community. You continue to say, "Oh, this the white man, this the Republicans." No, Dion, maybe some of the people that you support and the ideas you support is the problem. And you want to take it to street shit if you want to. That's not what my intent was. My intent is to give you the same energy that you always want to pop off with your mouth.
You can sit up there and say whatever you want to about the Democrats or whatever. But like I said, and I tell any motherfucker this, anytime you want to accept unemployment, kiss a Democrat ass. If you went to school on a Pell Grant or any type of student loan, kiss a Democrat ass. If you bought an FHA loan, kiss a Democrat ass. Thank the Democrats that you got a 40-day work week. Thank the Democrats that when your wife had a baby that you was able to take FMLA. Thank them for that. The Republicans ain't did shit. You can't name one legislation going back to Nixon, Ford, Ronald Reagan, none of them motherfuckers, any type of legislation that help benefit not the black community, but any community in the world besides rich people. You can't. You just can't.
You sound like you.
No. Spit facts. I just told you everything. You know what I'm saying? I can keep on naming things that the Democrats did. So now you name some legislation that the Republicans have passed that benefited people that look like you and I, or even other people. Just name it. Name it. That's all you have to do.
Really, Dion? I mean,
that's all you have to know. Stop.
Let's start off
now. Just name some of the legislation that the Republicans have passed that help people. Name it. Just all you have to do.
Let's start off with freeing your black ass. Let's start there. Let's go to voting rights. Let's go to open housing. Let's go to
wait. The Republicans freed us? I didn't know the Republicans freed us.
So Republicans voted. The whole. Lincoln. Lincoln was a Republican. So.
Yeah, but that's Orlando. Hold on. Let's not. This is a twisted narrative, and this is contextually not the same thing because that's a different Republican Party with a whole different chain of operation. Now, come on, let's be honest. Hold on, Orlando. Because we don't want to mislead the people. And I hear you going back and forth, but don't spit no misinformation. Yeah, people say, yeah, Lincoln was a Republican. First of all, Lincoln didn't even like black people. And he stated some things that are very anti-black. He didn't sign the Emancipation Proclamation because he wanted to save black people. And also, and when he first wrote it, it was useless to free some slaves in an area or a territory that you didn't control. So in essence, you didn't free them. You know what I'm saying? They had been, we talk about Juneteenth Day. They had been free for 2 years, 3 years and didn't even know. So you really can't, you know, don't screw the duck. But go ahead with y'all debate.
So I'm going to go back to the proclamation again. That party that started on the ideal, started right here in Wisconsin, in Ripon, that has it in their history, in the creed, on why it was started. It clearly says it's to free people. It's right there.
But it's not that now. It's not that now. You're talking about the 1700s. No. Ain't no hold on. It's not that now. Don't talk about it for what it was 200 years ago, because they're not operating on the same premise. Talk about it for what it is now. Hey, Nazis were cool for Germany when they first was established. What, 6 million dead Jews later, we say, oh, Nazi bad. So if you go, it used to be, I'm going to stick to how it used to be.
So again, I look at legislation, again, Voting Rights Act, Housing Act, that passed by Republicans, majority of. You know, Civil Rights Act by Republicans, the majority of. You know, again,
what Civil Rights Act?
Claim,
LBJ wasn't no fucking Republican. What are you talking about?
What?
The Civil Rights Act. The Civil Rights Act. LBJ wasn't a Republican. What Civil Rights Act did they pass? Republicans passed, especially especially during the 50s.
So let's be clear, Kev. It wouldn't have got to LBJ's desk without the Republicans.
It came from Kennedy. Kennedy had put that together.
First of all, Kev, the Republicans overwhelmingly supported Civil Rights Act that, as you say, Kennedy was killed. Johnson picked up the mantle, but without the Republicans voting overwhelmingly because the Democrats actually filibustered that or not to pass.
They didn't pass that bill. That wasn't their bill, man. Look, I got Shabaka on the line. It's funny because I like when I talk to somebody who knows a little history, they'll shoot some shit out there. You got to be the type of person that knows some shit too. They will tell you a little lie in there and throw one in there like, oh yeah, you know, we're Republicans. That's bullshit. Shabaka, you on the line. What's popping, man?
Yes, sir. Now, let me tell you, young, is something right here with me being an old bastard. And if you live long enough, you'll be old too. And I hope you all make it. But putting all BS aside, man, I've been in Lake Michigan, man, you know, off of Chicago, Kev, and I know you guys are 90 miles away to the north. Now, you can literally, man, walk out damn near a mile, man, in Lake Michigan. You know what I'm saying? But what happens with the Pacific Ocean, man, see, that is an ocean. And when you walk out there, man, if you go down there, out there 50 yards, man, you will feel the ground, man, you know, get from up under you. Now, the riptide, man, is the tide that will pull you up under the water and pull your ass out there into that Pacific, man. And then you might as well, man, tell everybody goodbye, man, because there's going to be Jaws out there for you, man. You know, that motherfucker's always hungry. He loves to eat. You know what I'm saying? And whatnot. And then Cabo San Lucas, like I was saying off in the chat room, is at the bottom of Baja, California, which is part of Mexico. And when you look at the map of Mexico, you'll see the Pacific on the east, but then you'll see that little strip of land, man, that there is to the west of it, and the waterway, and there's the Gulf of California.
Was he there? I just said that. I don't know if he was actually in Cabo. Was he actually in Cabo? Where did he drown at? I don't know. We're talking about Malcolm Jamal.
Okay, now that I don't know, man, because it just came across my desk today. You know what I'm saying? And also, too, Cash about this Black Experience Enhances back up on StreamYard. So I'm gonna have to ask to have a private conversation with you, man. You know, at your leisure, man, to tell me how to work this voodoo and this magic on it. You know what I'm saying? Because you're the man when it comes to this shit, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm just an old bastard, man. You know, I'm from the 20th century, and this 21st century is definitely for you.
Shabaka, your line is clicking badly. We can't even hardly hear what you're saying.
No. Oh, man, okay, who knows, man? They probably over here throwing monkey wrenches in my works. Okay, what about now?
It still sounds really choppy when you speak. Like it's like
No, man. Okay, they throwing monkey wrenches in the works, man. Okay, all right. But anyway, okay. So I'm gonna get with you, man, on a private call. You know what I'm saying? Or you can give me a call later on tonight because I got to do this production for Shabaka's Black Experience Enhancer tomorrow on StreamYard. So I'm learning it, man. You know what I'm saying? And then I want to give a shout out there to you, definitely to brother Kamar. And I'm just saying is, man, with the talents that we have, man, from coast to coast, man, we ought to be building our own fucking network. You know what I'm saying? And getting paid on this shit. And I'm talking about 6 figures. You see what I'm saying? But, you know, they don't like this inconvenient truth that we put on to them, brother. You know what I mean?
right, right. No doubt, man.
Yes,
Just
sir.
hit me up. Just hit me up, Shabaka. Just give me a call whenever.
Yes, sir. Absolutely, man. And then give everybody my greetings, man. All right, man. Y'all take care, outlaws. Okay.
All right, peace and love, man. Peace and love. Peace and love.
Always, always, always. Okay. All right.
Let me go to chat room. This is Brenda Peterson. She said fact she's with Dion in terms of the legislation. I mean, I jumped in there because I don't, you know, once again, people say, oh, do you know who freed you? Do you understand who the Republicans is? And I'm like, that's not the same group. It's not the same group.
That be that poison though.
It's
When
like,
you
it's
got
like
people
listening to
thinking
the
that-
new. It's like listening to the new Temptations and saying I'm still bumping the Temptations. Them ain't the Temptations from back in the days. Them some new dudes. We don't even know who these dudes is.
Yeah, I mean, that makes no sense. You continue to say like because you're slowly going down this drift of there was a party switch. That's what you're going down.
I didn't say
for,
it was
bro.
I said the ideology and the methodology and how the party operates switched because we got away from the Dixiecrats. Orlando, I you know what? And I'm not. This ain't even gonna be that because I'm not gonna. I'm not finna go there with you because you ain't selling Kool-Aid on Outlaw Radio. You can make your point, but I'm not even finna go back and forth with you about some shit that's obvious. What they say, what's understood, don't need to be explained. So I do want to.
bring up nothing though.
I want to go back to Obama though, because I got other people in the chat room. Obama saying that our young men need to have stronger and closer relationships with gay men.
What? Get the fuck out of here.
Them Democrats. There you go, Dion. Go hug on them.
The Democrats didn't say it. Obama said it. See, Orlando, there you go again. Orlando said it. I mean, I'm sorry, not Orlando. Obama. Barack Obama said it. He didn't say he wasn't speaking at a political event. It wasn't. He said it by himself. So you can't just throw Democrat.
He's the most popular Democrat out here.
He has no office. He has no influence.
He is the kingmaker. He's the kingmaker.
Who has he made? Did he make Biden? Did he make Kamala? Has he made Michelle? Yeah. What did he make her? A loser of a presidential election?
I'm just saying, this is the head of the party. It's Barack Obama.
He is not the head of the Democrat. He holds no office. He holds no position. He's a former president. He's a former commander-in-chief. He don't call shots like that no more. What?
Barack Obama is probably the most popular, besides Bill Clinton, of Democrats. He is still a shot caller, kid.
And in our community, I don't hear nobody saying they love Bill Clinton so much.
That's that Trump shit right there.
See, it's when you slant it, parties and partisan politics, you start making false assumptions and blanket statements. And nothing you're saying is accurate because most black people are not Democratic shills. You know, you vote. No, we've just voted. We voted 85% because it was Trump. It's because it's Trump. It's who it was. He's a white nationalist.
What was the percent? What was the percent when Obama ran the first time? Was it 85%?
Kamar, you look like you was finna jump in here. Was you finna jump in? Okay.
Oh, no.
And I don't even want to talk. You turn everything into a partisan politic conversation. I'm merely talking about the fact that this black man is telling our country that our young men need to form stronger relationships with gay men. This is some of the most asinine shit this dude has ever said. I always held it against him when he, wouldn't allow himself to be associated with the minister, Minister Farrakhan. And I didn't like how he walked off on Jeremiah Wright, but he was who he was. And he's already very controversial. A lot of black people feel a certain kind of way about him, but for him to go out, it's like he put some sauce on it. Yeah, y'all should let y'all kids hang around gay men. Doesn't that increase the likelihood of pedophilia for young men? Am I being too harsh on this?
I think, Kev, but he's not just the man. That's Barack Obama. That's Black Jesus. What we mad here?
What? They said Michael Jordan is Black Jesus. What you talking about? That's what they called him in the NBA. You saying that, you're saying that, and you trying to be cynical, but it's not true. It's not accurate. I've never heard nobody call Barack Obama Black Jesus. I've never heard that.
The first Black president.
That don't mean when did the president become Jesus? I thought you was a church man. I feel like you kind of blaspheming like by saying
that
Black
nigga
Jesus.
hated him.
Well, I'm just going with what the local curriculum.
Your local Republican friends say that. Black people don't say that shit. They call him Barack and Michelle.
Again, kid, the first Black president of this country is saying
the first biracial president of this country, because he wasn't FBA.
That's not what the history books would say. He's the first Black president.
Well, that's what Black people say. I don't give a fuck about the history books. We know they lie all the time. This is what we say. The first biracial president, the first president that had some Black in him. His own daughters ain't seen a Black man besides him in years. So how Black is he? How Black is he?
He's Black enough to get the Black vote. He's that Black.
Yeah, especially when he's running against. Who was he running against? Fucking one of them racist Republicans he was running against. So yeah, we always gonna go with us. We're gonna say no. At least he got some Black in him.
Well, us just said that's what you can say right now, to love on a guy who
who's loving on him. Well, who loves him? Who right now is wiring around like, oh, I just love me some Barack Obama.
The people who voted for Barack Obama.
Then you got to go on their show. I voted for him, but I ain't in love with him. He's not Black Jesus. The nigga name is Barack Obama. So you got to go to one of their platforms and say that shit. You saying it to me and mine, we don't feel that way.
You may not be one who totally supported Barack Obama. That's fine.
So why are we talking about it then? If it wasn't nobody on this panel, then you shouldn't talk about it because you're making false accusations.
I don't make false accusations when
once again you're saying something that's not accurate about a group of people. Y'all call him Black Jesus. Who?
I didn't care. I never said you called it, but let's
you said y'all. I'm included in y'all, and you didn't say Kev don't, but everybody else do. You didn't make a different, you didn't make no kind of. You didn't separate.
Kev doesn't call Barack Obama Black Jesus, but not even
Kamar don't either. Kamar don't either.
Fuck Obama.
Mama Jenkins don't. Sharita Shaw says nobody. Who else called him that?
Fuck Obama.
You hate your black skin, don't you, Orlando?
Again? I didn't hear what you said, Dion.
You hate your black skin.
No, Dion.
Yes, you do. 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 I know you do. I know you do. I hope you ain't getting. I hope you got a good job where you ain't getting no ACA. Please tell me that you don't take nothing from the government that the Democrats have passed. You ain't never got no food stamps. You ain't never got no WIC. You ain't never got nothing from the Dems. Please. You just like them skanking ass honkies down south that sit up there and talk crazy about the Democrats, but feel like they deserve food stamps. They deserve everything that the government giving them. But yet and still, they be like, I don't like the Dems, this, that, and other. That's bullshit.
Spoken like a true Democrat that you are, Dion. Spoken like a true Democrat. You're a Democrat, and that's fine. But just be clear, you are on the losing side of a lot of bullshit, and you know it. And that's fine. You want to paint this as like, oh, the Republicans, and Kev can jump in this well too. Republicans, no issue. The Republicans ever did anything right. And Democrats did what?
Nobody. I didn't say that. You shouldn't use my name in that sentence because I never said they never done anything right. I ain't never had that conversation because I don't sit around and say, let me take score. Let me see who passed what. Let me see. I'm living in 2025 America. I'm not worried about 1954 America.
Well, let's look at 2025. Who's running the city right now?
But listen though, Kev, check it out right.
Chris Abley is running the city. Go ahead, Dion.
That's true. The Democrats passed the 19th Amendment, which helped women vote. They helped with Apollo 11, Social Security, Medicaid. They started NATO, Securities and Exchange Law. They did Rural Electrification Act. They did the Peace Corps. unemployment benefits, fair labor standards, so if a motherfucker feel like they ain't getting paid, federal home loan program, which I took advantage of, National Industrial Recovery Act, National School Lunch, the stinking ass governor, the Republican funky ass racist governor down there in Mississippi turned money away that the federal government gave. That just show you how low down and racist them funky ass Republicans is. That's why I don't even know why I'm even feeding off. And you sitting up there just talking shit, and half of that shit you talking, Orlando, you don't believe that shit. You just like Frank Nitty. You trying to get on the Republicans' tip so they can give you a meal ticket and you can move your black ass up out the hood so you can be like Byron Scott and Tim Scott, Byron Donalds, and all them other I hate my people ass niggas. On the real. You took advantage of everything. You have probably been sit up there and talk about it. Don't take nothing that the Democrats gave you. Don't take it. Say I don't want it because a damn did it to me. Because a damn did it. That's all you is. You just talk shit. You just try to head. You want somebody to hear you. You Ron Johnson, old goofy racist ass. Don't believe black people should get reparations. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even know why. Yep, I'm holding the Democrats' dick like you wanted to say. And that makes you feel man enough. But I bet you I'm living in this home by myself. I didn't buy my house with no wife. I bought it by my motherfucking self with an FHA loan. I go to work every day. I ain't got unemployment. I ain't got school. Loans and everything. So everything that the Dems did, I took advantage of it. Your black ass have too. So I don't want to hear that shit.
Okay. So hold on, let me get to the chat room. You got to break this shit up sometimes, right? Motherfucker slap boxing in the street, right? Then had a couple 40 ounces. Kerry Walker Jones says all Republicans lump sum and generalize people to make their weak points. Sharita Shaw said, because why is he mad? That's why I don't like getting involved with the political conversation especially if we're not talking about it from a policy perspective. If we're talking about it from a partisan party perspective, I don't like to talk about it. It is the most useless waste of oxygen you can possibly imagine. Nobody's going to listen to you, especially a person who is a MAGA fan, a MAGA supporter, or a Trump supporter. There is no conversing with a Trump supporter. I'm here to tell you this. They will make the conversation so circular. Every point you make, they're going to say, well, that's because you're a Democrat. It don't matter what you say. You can say, hey, man, water is wet. Yeah, to Democrats. So it's useless. So
Democrats don't do that, Cam? Democrats don't do the Cam?
They do, but I'm talking to you because you're a Republican. Democrats do it too. I'm not. See, once again, don't you doing it again. Because I criticize Republicans don't mean that I'm a Democrat. But if they on some bullshit, I'm going to call them too. Because both parties is full of shit.
So this is what I'll let you go to the chat. My fault. Go ahead.
No, I'm done with the chat.
Okay. So I was saying this. If Dion wants to go on and on about all these things, again, I just read down the list of votes that Republicans led the way on.
Yeah, but you said civil rights. You started naming some shit that wasn't even. Come on, Orlando, you lost that one. Your information wasn't steady, man. It wasn't solid.
So, Kev, are you going to tell me that the Republicans didn't lead the way on the civil rights, voting rights, open housing act? They did not have the most votes in favor of those legislations, Kev?
I'm going to absolutely tell you Republicans did not lead the way when it came to fucking civil rights anything.
Go to the vote count.
Lead the way. No, they didn't. They did.
Go to the vote count.
Those are all Democratic initiatives.
No, Kev, they're not.
They are. Name one that wasn't. Name one that wasn't.
Go to the vote count.
Name one that wasn't.
It wasn't what?
Name a specific civil right piece of legislation that Republicans initiated, pushed, and got passed. Name it.
The actual civil rights bill
it's not true.
Was led by Republicans who had the most Republican votes that got it over the top. When you have Democrats who filibuster to stop it, it would not have passed.
The Republican Party has not been at the forefront of civil rights legislation.
Okay, well,
this is. Let me go to the chat room. This is Brenda Peterson. She says this conversation is talking about MAGA Trump. Yes, the Republican right now are voting in favor of Trump because they scared they'll lose their next time. their seat is up to vote. We all lost an amazing legislator and her husband in Minnesota, murdered by a Trumper. Yeah, and that's where I'm going with it. So I'm going to even say just the mere audacity of the madness of MAGA, the madness of Trump's whole energy. But that's another thing where when you talk to a Republican, you ask them direct questions about Trump, they never answer them. All the wild, stupid shit he does, when you say something to them about it, they're going to deflect. They're not going to answer it. Or they're going to say, well, the Democrats. Well, that's not what I ask you. I'm asking you how this is egregious, what he just done. Well, the Democrats, they never have answers. That's why it's such a waste of time to talk to him. Sharita Shaw said, we are a part of a political statistical movement. We are conservatives. Well, once again, most black people are conservative. That's why it's funny that they say, well, y'all all Democrats. We stopped the train there where y'all start getting into racist shit. And y'all start getting into policy and legislation that's going to prevent us from being able to make moves.
Now, let the whole, black code and, all the Jim Crow and that wasn't Republicans said.
I'm moving on. Listen, I got a question. I don't even want to talk to you about that no more, Orlando. This is what I have to do with you all the time. I'm done with it. I'm not going to have a conversation with you because it's useless. It's pointless. It's not like no matter what point or information we present on this show, you're going to come off your Republican plantation. You've chosen your side, and that's fine. You've chosen your side. I'm not going to go back and forth with you about it. I want to have it even take it in. See, we talk about all the black madness, and the North Side is so crazy, and it's a report out of Water Street going crazy. But did y'all see this huge biker brawl in Oak Creek? 60, 70 people fighting. People went to the hospital, right? That didn't get much press, did it? To the point where police from 3 different counties had to come. Now, if that shit had been on Water Street, it would have been a bigger deal. I do get it though. What happened on Water Street, especially this past weekend, was just the most worst shit ever. My point in all this is that crime is everywhere. We are not the poster children for crime. It's not like all black people are criminals. We do have an element in our community that is right now counterproductive and very, very confused. And so I do say that. But my point is there's white crime and dysfunction as well. It just doesn't get the same kind of lenses that our mishaps get. Let me see. She said they answered the white way, victims first. Now, Kamar, do you watch? You don't do much. You don't do much sports now, do you? I know you do football, but you don't do. Do you keep up with any other sports? You muted, Kamar.
I said football and basketball. That's about it.
Okay. So the WNBA, I guess they're in the middle of a collective bargaining agreement. Now, race gets into any and anything. So this whole thing with Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark, who've become the faces of the WNBA. And so, but when you look at the WNBA, they don't make what you would think is professional basketball player money, right? And first of all, I think they should stop doing the let's see what they wearing to the locker room. Because a lot of these women be coming in looking like straight up dudes. And I'd be like, nah, man, get that shit out of here. Don't show us what they wear. That's a sidebar. But the fact of the matter is that I didn't notice that since the WNBA has come into existence, they have never turned a profit. They have never turned a profit. And as a league. And so these women were they had their all-star game this past weekend. They had t-shirts on that said, pay us what you owe us. And people were like, yeah, some people like, yeah, that's women. Their sisters stand up for their rights and this and that. Pay them women. But they don't understand the basic business part of this is that the league just does not generate what the NBA does. Okay.
Gotta have money.
Well, yeah. Now those NBA players are making stupid, ugly, disabled money. I don't want to say retarded. I want to say disabled money. But their game and their league generates billions and billions of dollars. What they getting is just a sprinkle in the pan. You look at the Bucks right now. They just told Damian Lillard, we don't even need you. Just take $25 million a year for the next 5 years. Hey, Giannis, here you go, $80 million a year. Oh, you get 5 years for $100 million. Now imagine how much money they're making. You know, if it wasn't profitable, the NBA would go out of business with the way they paying players. You don't see, I guess the TV deals and all this kind of stuff factors in, but I don't see the WNBA when I watch it. It's like, And I'm not trying to be chauvinistic, but the game is not exciting like that. It's all jumpers and layups. So it's just like, okay, I don't want to come off like, you know, women shouldn't have the right to be athletes and whatnot. But I just look at it and I'm like, who wants to watch this for 2 hours? And shout out to y'all who do. Because some people say, no, okay, if you're wrong, and they can name off all the stars in the WNBA. But I just don't think that game generates enough money for those players. Man, maybe they should get more money.
But you know, that's just the bottom line right there, though, Kev. Like, it really ain't up for debate. How can you party money you don't have?
Right. In order to keep the league going.
Right.
You know,
if we pay you more, we got to cut the league.
Well, you got some of the women who are making, you know, $1, $2, $3, maybe $3 million, and she's the exception. Then you look at the NBA.
That's the same way the NBA is, though. Like all sports, you know what I mean? The more valuable you are, the more you get paid, right? Or the more valuable they deem you.
Yeah, based on what they make.
Yeah, that's just how the game go.
Right.
Step your game up, player.
Well, I mean, you know, I think the WNBA is limited athletically.
I think maybe I feel like that day is coming. You know what I mean? You know, because time goes, you know what I mean? You're gonna get girls that's better. It's gonna be more Angel Reese's. It's gonna be more Caitlin Clark's. You know what I'm saying? Just like the NBA got multiple stars on every team and shit. So like that's pretty much how they got to get in the WNBA. It's just got to grow some more for them to get paid more.
Okay, what you also didn't bring up is that the WNBA is subsidized by the NBA.
Right, it's true. That's true.
$1 million each year.
That's true.
From the NBA. So they're not only not making a profit, they're subsidized by another entity.
Right.
I'm not saying people.
No, I agree with you. You're right, Orlando. I did miss that fact. And to what Kamar was saying, he said eventually it will be. Kamar, I don't know if it ever will be because I don't think those athletes will ever be on the same level as the men. Like, if you look at the level of athleticism, say you just go back to 1985, right? Pro basketball players. It was one Jordan, right? It was one. You got in this league right now 200 dudes who can come from the free throw, jump out the gym, 7-footers who shooting 3-pointers. That game evolves because the athleticism continues to go up. I don't see women, unless, you know, what they say, evolution, evolve into, it's just certain things the male body can do that women can't do when it comes to physicality and you know, physical athleticism. As dope as I think Angel Reese is for representing her game, layup or jump shot. She ain't finna take nobody off the bounce and she's not finna do that.
Well, maybe the WNBA has a heightened level of where their money should be, and I think that's fair, right? Let's have an honest discussion of how many tickets do you sell, and maybe let's talk it and see how many people are buying tickets, jerseys, shoes, whatever, right? Then let's have an honest discussion about it. It's not
that's my point right there.
What'd you say, Kamar?
I said that's my point right there. What Orlando just said. It's about selling tickets. They got to make more money to be able to pay them more.
Right, and who's gonna pay top-notch money? Like, yeah, man, I'm finna drop $500 to go see the. I don't even know all the teams' names.
You gotta at least figure out how to get people in them seats.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and that's difficult.
And it's not. And for them to say this, they want more money. How do you want more money and you hadn't turned a profit and you've been subsidized?
Well, I think it's easy to look around and count somebody's money. I think it's easy to look at the owners and say, yo, but he's a billionaire. But that's why he owns this team. It's probably not that profitable for him. Maybe they can use it to network and, just to have some assets. But it's not really something that he's living off of, like a Jerry Jones. You know what I'm saying?
And you know, also, I feel like you learn other different aspects of different athletes. Right? You see other athletes using a platform. You know what I mean? Using who they are to make more. You know what I'm saying? So, like, okay, you earn as much as you like to, but you got opportunity. Hell of a lot more opportunity than a lot of other people. You know what I mean? You could create shoes and get these girls buying your shoes. You can do all this other stuff. And you know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know, I agree with them. They should get paid more. They just got to figure out how to generate more money.
And so that's what I was going to say. Like something like the NBA is going to sell products, right? So like shoes, right? Jerseys. If they do a McDonald's commercial, McDonald's is going to see an increase. If they do, you know, if they all the things athletes endorse, it becomes more viable. And they make more money in the long run. So the NBA can charge more to say, hey, okay, you want to sponsor, you know what I'm saying? The WNBA can't do that because no matter whoever the best player is in the WNBA ain't got no shoe that's going to be selling because boys, men, and women wear Jordans, but you don't never see a man. What you got on, dog? I got on that new Angel Reese. Like nobody's going to be walking around like that. Boys, men aren't going to wear women's basketball shoes. So you already have a smaller audience. And so it's a tough sell. It's a tough sell. Let me go to the chat room. No, I don't, Sharita, I don't think it was the Hells Angels on the South Side. I forget who it was. It was actually a celebration of another, I guess I'm saying biker because it was a bunch of bikers there. It was a celebration of life for one who had been in a fight last year and was stabbed and killed.
Damn.
So they came together for kind of like a memorial for him the first year out. And so they went to fight. 60, 70 people just went to fight.
They come to the motherfucker and do the same exact shit that this motherfucker died from, who they celebrate.
Yeah,
fighting. As fuck.
That's what we do. Let me see. Oh shit. Let me see. What did I miss? Oh yeah, I seen that. Carrie. She said Trump is trying to force the Redskins to change their name. I mean, the Commanders to change their name back to the Redskins and the Cleveland Indians. I think like what? Why is Trump concerned about that? To me, that's a racial undertone. Because the reason they took it off, the reason they stopped calling them that, because they said it was racist. They said it was discriminatory. Now, I do hear some Native Americans want this back in place too. Because I guess the name Redskins had some sort of meaning. Not totally up on it, but it's been controversial. That's why they became the Commanders. She's laughing. Said, I don't know if I don't know if she's tall. She said she's 5'9". She said she played basketball. This is Sharita Shaw. She said there is representing though. The WNBA does represent. Their brand is getting more traction. She said it's the same thing as working corporate. Yeah, if we ain't making money, somebody got to get laid off. Or either people there ain't gonna make that much money. Brenda Peterson said, I'm being ignorant here. Does Wisconsin have a WNBA team? I've been in many Lynx games. Target Center fills up for the Lynx. They're about as popular as the T-Wolves. I guarantee you they don't bring in as much revenue as the T-Wolves. Maybe they are popular in Minnesota. They don't generate as much revenue as the T-Wolves. I know that. She said to not in. Sharita Saw said they have a whole federal law about women pay versus men. Yeah, but you can't force. That's if all the money is equal. If the WNBA was making as much money as the NBA, I'm sure they would pay those women because they be driving the machine. I'm sure they would. I don't think it'd be a problem, but you can't give 2 or 3 players on your team $100 million. That's your whole budget. If you got that, how many teams in the WNBA are operating with a $100 million, just $100 million in money to pay players? I don't think that they have a team that's doing that. So, you know, it's. I'm not trying to be chauvinistic. I'm just saying it's always this conversation when it comes to men's sports versus women's sports. Who is this? Slumdog $20. He said the WNBA has women who are being traded to teams where their partner plays. Where they quote unquote partner plays. Orlando's call dropped. Let's see, y'all. Let's see. Got this chat room popping. Slumdog, he said, I don't think that's a good idea. What's not a good idea, my brother? Orlando Owens said naming rights. She said, but overall, NBA fills the stands. Well, the stadium, the arena was built. The Target Center was built for the men's basketball team.
Man, they building stadiums for the men's basketball team. That tell you how much money they generate.
Right. But then that's going to bring in, of course, concert events and all kinds of other stuff. But the reason you can justify paying, we're going to fund this $600 million stadium, because this team, this WNBA team, is going to put tax revenue in the pot.
You got a consistent way to fill these seats up and sell these tickets.
Right. Right. But she said she's been to many Lynx games in Minnesota, and that they have a lot of support up there. I'm not sure every market is the same.
But they probably do. And is that where Caitlin Clark? Do any one of them play there?
No, Caitlin Clark plays. Where's she play?
But like I would imagine, just like in the NBA, you got some cities that got more support than others. That's, you know what I mean? They just ain't got enough support. Or like you may have that one team that's generating money, but all the teams collectively around the league ain't generating that kind of money. That's
why the NFL has profit sharing.
Right.
All that money go into one pot, and it's got to be split amongst all the teams. You dig? And right. So, because Minnesota, I would think, would be considered a small market team. It's not New York. It's not LA. It's not Miami. It's not, Chicago.
Right.
So even if they pack the house out, that's just one anomaly. This is Orlando says branding. Sharita Shaw said they are not endorsing. Yeah, they don't have as many. They don't get as many endorsements because they don't sell products like that. Once again, I just said this before Kamar left. Think about this. New Jordans come out, men and women wear them. The new Angel Reese ain't gonna be no dudes wearing them. Ain't gonna be no grown man like, man, I got them pink Angel Reeses. No. So the profit margin is a lot less.
And the only girls are going to be the girls that play basketball.
So it makes it even smaller.
All the other girls wearing Jordans.
Right. Will you see a dude rocking an Angel Reese jersey?
No.
So that's what I'm saying. It's a smaller
pot. You will see a woman with a Jordan jersey.
Or some brand new Tracy McGrady's or some Allen Iversons or some, you don't usually see women with the high top, but they don't make them really high top like they used to. Like she got on some Shacks. You don't see no sister. Unless she's a ball player, a female ball player. Shout out to Dre Day. What up, man? What up, Dre Day? How you doing? My brother said Caitlin and Angel have shoes and they both sell out in minutes. Problem is they don't make a lot of shoes due to the WNBA not being profitable. I think that's going to change soon with the merchandise. They got to appeal to a whole new fan base. They got to appeal. You got to get that money. She said they ain't the Bucks. Bucks throw money around like it ain't no limit. Them some rich motherfuckers. She said Liberty. Caitlin Clark plays for the Liberty, Indiana Liberty. Okay. And Kerry Walker Jones says Vegas has a large following. Yeah, in Vegas, it should be. In Vegas. If you in Vegas and you ain't getting nobody to come to your game, you just a sorry sack. Like, it's Vegas. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at the Raiders. Look at all 18. They got hockey now. I mean,
motherfuckers go to Vegas and look for something to do.
Right. It's the only thing going on. Fuck it. Let's go. You don't even like the W. You don't know who playing. Who's your favorite team? The Bulls? Motherfuckers, is a WNBA game. What are you talking about? Let me see. Okay. So we caught up on that. Yeah, it appears on the surface, maybe it might look like it's something chauvinistic or, oh, here we go again with women being mistreated, but I don't, you know what I'm saying? I think it's about business. I don't think it's about necessarily, misogyny or chauvinism. I just think that it generates less money. Slumdog said, are you a degenerate if you bet on the WNBA? I thought you was a degenerate if you bet on anything, but betting is legal now. So maybe you're not. And if you into the WNBA like that, you probably could maximize a lot of profits, right? Because you know the teams, you know what teams have, the players and whatnot. So I don't think you're a degenerate if you bet on the WNBA. I've never bet on a professional game in my life unless it was like something like a sidebar with one of the homies. Like, $5 the Bears don't beat the Packers type shit. I ain't never laid down I don't even know how parlays and all that shit. I've never gotten into that. Have you ever gotten into that, Kamar?
No, man.
Okay.
No, I've never been a gambler.
Yeah, me neither.
You know what I mean? I never been a gambler. I remember my homeboy T-Buck used to be a gambler, man.
Oh,
He'd be
yeah.
we go to the after hour. He'd be at the crap table and shit, and I'd be working the motherfucking after hour. I'd be at the bar and shit. But yeah, he was the gambler, man. I mean, if he was around now with all the way they got this shit now, man. Oh my God. Right? On heaven on earth.
That's one thing I noticed about them Trey Six boys, anyways, is that they was big into gambling.
Oh yeah,
It's like Rock. It's like Rock, all of them. Like I sat with Rock, man, in some gamble spot somewhere. They playing 4, 5, 6. Just I done seen him throw the game and take house cuts. And I'm talking about it's full of cats with dope.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't know how to play
back in the alley behind Twin them crib. They had a big ass parking lot.
Yeah, but he was using his baby mama's house one time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It was in the house, and I'm telling you, it was like Lexuses and trucks and shit. Like it was ballers there. I'm like, these motherfuckers for real. They was in there gambling. So yeah, over there, yeah. That. But you right. What is that school? Frederick Douglass? No, not Frederick Douglass.
I forgot the name of it, man. They changed it into a pregnant girl school.
Okay.
I forgot the name of it. That just been so long ago.
I just know they used to be back there.
Yeah.
And, you know, you pull up. I'm like, dude, these dudes is.
That was a spot back there behind that school.
Yeah, I was never. I couldn't do it.
Behind the school and Twin them house. Big ass.
It's like it was ducked off. You couldn't really see it.
Yep.
It was
That's right. That was a perfect spot.
Yeah, man. But no, once again, I think that business, we have to think about business, man. We have to think about, you know, what generates the most money. And now if they making all this money and the players ain't getting paid, I would say, yeah. But the fact that they've never turned a profit, that is incredible to me. They've never, I'm like, well, it's like they keeping it alive just for the sake of saying we have a WNBA.
But you know, that could be that rich nigga talk too.
Okay.
They ain't turning a profit. They know how to throw the money here, throw the money there. You know what I mean?
Well, if they subsidized by the WNBA, because I think when they started out, they weren't. And I think they were about to go under, and the NBA stepped in and said, you know what? Man, here go a little change, man. Y'all keep this shit going. Y'all ain't got to quit. Like, you know what I mean? Dion said I hung up on him. No, you hung up. I ain't touched the phone, Dion, or your call dropped. He said you hung up on me. I ain't hung up on shit. Orlando dropped. Everybody drops. Orlando called back. He's on the line right now. What's up, Orlando?
You got it, my friend. I think everything you said is about business. And again, you know, and let me say this. I'm a fan of women's basketball. You know, as a guard who's under 6'2", you know, some of the best guard play fundamentally you want to see with women. So I respect it. And I would go to a women's game. I've watched women's basketball in high school and college. And I played basketball and, you know, college level. And you even got some semi-pro level. And I would say again, if you're a fan of it, you'll go to it. To your point, Kev, if the league was making some money and they wasn't paying the players, that'd be a different story. But, you know, you don't necessarily go to the games to watch fundamentals. You know, and there's nothing wrong with fundamentals, but it's just not a big seller. But you need to go and just respect what you're going to see. You go to baseball games, you don't sell out softball games. You sell out hardball games.
Right.
Because cats want to see somebody face a pitcher who got some stuff. And, you know, a batter who got a bat, and guys who got gloves. It's
like you coming to the table saying, I'm a professional volleyball player. Why we don't make the same kind of money that the NBA does? Well, because you play professional volleyball.
And again, I respect the craft. I respect the craft, but I think, you know, sports is one of those things, unfortunately, that, you know, can show you what your craft is really worth, or sometimes what is maybe overpriced. Okay. Baseball has some, and I'm getting my son in baseball at RC, but you know, some of the highest level of pay. Baseball has guaranteed, you know, contract. Football, you know, that's one of those things. Again, how you look at things. Hold on, kid. Go ahead. I'm sorry, my son's coming home now.
No, okay. This is Mama Jenkins in the chat room. She said she just heard the event for the youth on King Drive was stopped due to fighting. About 200-300 youngsters running. Some were pepper sprayed. Don't know the full story, but if you got a youth down there, check on them. Is that going on right now, Mama Jenkins? They had a youth event on King Drive, and she said they stopped it for fighting. Sarita said, "What the hell is he talking about?" Oh man, I just love my Outlaw family, boy.
And
wait, Orlando, Dion. I mean, I got a Ewok on the phone. Ewok, what's popping, homie?
Yeah, whoever old girl was, she right. Don't nobody know what the hell Orlando talking about. Stick to shining shoes. You don't know how to play no sports, man. Yeah, you played the motherfucking tetherball or some shit like that. That's all you ever played, man. You don't know what you're talking about, boy.
He's a funny guy. I mean,
he's a funny looking guy.
I don't need to run my athletic or my academic career, but you know,
man, you a scrub, man. You ain't never did nothing on the basketball court, man. Nobody never heard of you. You ain't got no basketball history or nothing, man. Stop lying to the people on the show, man, on the podcast. Quit lying. You can't hoop. Never could.
No problem, my friend. I played for Morris Brown.
Scrub.
I played for Tulsa West.
Scrub.
I played Lincoln for Lincoln, Warner League. So I got some pedigree here. I played.
Man, he's a scrub.
Okay. I mean, I could probably, bench press your frail behind at this point, and probably still lay it up over you. I'm just saying. And
okay. Now you're in the world of make believe. Now sell me some Smurf berries, boy. You just pick the shining shoes, man. That's all you good for. You shine shoes and you kiss ass. That's all you know how to do.
He's a funny guy.
Yeah, you still there? You want some of this goodie? Shit, it's almost time to go. We got 20 minutes to roast this nigga, man. You see shine boy tap dancing.
So
raccoon face, boy.
Did you play Warner basketball at all, my friend?
Man, yes, I played. I played high school basketball. I was 10 times better than anything that you ever did with my people.
So who you play for Warren? What park you play for Warren?
I played for Clinton Rose. I played for a couple of teams. Columbus. Who you play for?
I played for Lincoln.
Then you ain't do nothing. I ain't never heard of you.
Well, I played for Lincoln. I played a couple years for Lincoln. I settled down to my neighborhood, and back then, since you were old head, you should know what 24th Street was. 24th Street before it became William McNair. It was 24th Street. I played over there.
I know all around Milwaukee, man. I know every.
Okay, so you should know. You should know. So I'm 51. I don't know how old you are, my friend.
I'm a year older than you. Therefore, so I know you were screwed.
So if you're a hooper, then you should know some of these places I'm calling out right now. I just
told you I know all around Milwaukee. What part of that you didn't hear, bro?
Again, I'm certified, my friend.
You talking about some Tulsa, man? Every time Marshall played Tulsa, anything, man, they got their ass whooped. What the hell you talking about?
Again, my friend, I'm certified.
Hey, Sharita Shaw said we messy. Only on Mondays, right? Messy Mondays.
Contest.
Anybody got their ass kicked when they played Marshall.
What you say, Kabar?
Whatever it is, man.
It's contest.
Ain't no problem. I played. It's not a problem, my friend. My history is well in the book. I'm good.
All right, hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let me read the chat room. She said we're messy. Yeah, I told you, messy Monday. I'm just letting it loose. I ain't even tripping this Monday. And like Ewok said, we ain't got that much time left. But the Slumdog 20 said, Slumdog $20 said, black arguments. White people be like, I'm better at tennis than you, but they be lying, right? They be lying because we know we've had look at when the black athlete comes through the door. The whole game changes. Now, I don't know if these pictures are accurate, but did y'all see these pictures of Serena Williams? Serena
that
Williams,
ain't her, man.
Is that not her?
I don't think that's her. I don't believe it's her. I think I'm talking about the same one that you talk about how skinny she is and shit. That can't be the same.
Oh my God.
That can't be her, man.
I hope that's not her.
I think it's her. I think it's her. I think when you stop being an athlete to that level, you look at the guy who was the Mr. Universe. You know, you look at any athlete. I mean, Kev, you play football. You're not the same size you play college football. I know you're not.
I'm bigger than I was when I played. What the fuck you talking about?
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Serena on Amazon, and she's younger than us.
Yeah, she was
than
naturally, you know, solid like that. She wasn't no, you know, she wasn't a builder body.
You can't get rid of that thickness like that unless you stick. Shit, that wasn't her, man.
Okay, I hope not.
I don't know. I just know that as an athlete, when you spend so much time in the weight room and getting prepared, you do lose mass. If you know, as you get older.
Yeah, unless you keep eating, then you gonna gain mass on your ass.
I feel like her bones is bigger than what the fuck that shit look like.
You seen the picture, Kamar?
Yeah.
You need to reach out and offer her some
like her
skeleton.
skeleton. I feel like her skeleton used to be bigger than that picture.
Yeah, you need to send her some sea moss, Kamar. Put something together for her, man. A smoothie or something. Yo, that was crazy.
Right?
Yeah, but not like that though. Now this is a different kind of slim. This looks like what they call it Ozempic slim, Olympic slim. What you call it, Ozempic?
Right.
It look like that kind of thing. It look dehydrated. Yeah. What's the name? Venus don't look. She's never looked dehydrated. She was just slim, long legged. So
it could be some anorexic there. I'm with you. Serena is going through a lot, bro. As far as you some talk about her bleaching of her skin, and so it's a lot of things.
She rich. She don't give a shit about that. They ain't enough to stress you out. You living with a rich multi-millionaire, and you wear this said I bleach. She be on TV like shit. Y'all lying. I don't bleach my skin, and she knows she's 17 times lighter than she was. But like you said, maybe she was originally lighter, and since she ain't out in the sun playing tennis all the time now, maybe that's why she's more light-skinned than she used to be.
I mean, look at Sammy Sosa, bro. People do different things.
God, Sammy Sosa.
I mean,
wow, what a waste.
Bleach his entire skin, and it's so there's a lot of mental health. Even
he looked like a South
Orlando,
American
you
Michael
looking for
Jackson.
the recipe, man. Get on with that bullshit. You trying to find the recipe for the shit now, how to fix your skin, nigga.
No, I'm a dark skinned brother. It ain't on change. I got the parts for a dark skinned brother.
You want the recipe, man, and then you're gonna do your jigaboo, shine shoes and shit, and vote for Trump again and all of that shit. You want the whole shebang, man. Just come on all the way out, man. You know you want to do the whole white boy thing. Just go on and admit it and shit on the air right now, man, and give it all up to the whole world, man. Quit bullshit.
Shout out to Mama Jenkins. Hold on. Shout out to Mama Jenkins in the chat room. She said, love this, another night of Outlaws. I know this is why nobody ever let me on their radio station. Like, dude, look at the people you hang with. This is crazy. Earl said, no, it ain't Donald Trump fucking that book up. He said it ain't Donald Trump fucking that book up. Sarita Shaw said billionaire. Y'all, when y'all say one word replies, I don't know what y'all talking about. But look, so we was talking about something totally different, and we kind of digressed and went to talking about Serena, because we actually started off talking about WNBA, and people were saying this is a double standard, and is because women, there's an issue, and there's laws that say men and women there shouldn't be discrepancy in their pay. But I think this is kind of circumvents that because of the organizations and how much each organization actually generates. Y'all see, I seen the young brother who shot the police officer, who shot two and murdered one. He's pled not guilty. And so
yeah, I saw that. What the hell did he do that for?
That's what I was finna ask, because I know brothers on here who know more about dealing in the court system than me. Is this a plea?
Well, that's
is this copping a plea?
No, it's not a plea. It's him trying to fight the charges.
Go ahead, Kamar.
It's formalities, man. Whenever you go to that first court session, the lawyer is gonna tell them not guilty. It's what everybody do.
Okay.
You ever seen anybody go in there and say guilty?
No, that's a good point. That's a good point. But I thought he would have copped a plea. That's why I said, is he copping a plea?
It hadn't gotten to that point yet.
Which hearing he was in. It depends on my fault, K-Bull. Well, am I right or wrong with it depends on the process of the which level of the court hearing that he's having.
Exactly. That's what I was finna say. You know what I mean? Like every court session is for a different purpose. They got motion hearings for the defense attorney to throw their motions up to get the shit thrown out, and everything is different. Every court session is for something different. And this is the initial court session of where they ask, are you guilty? Are you finna plead guilty, not guilty, or no contest? And the lawyer usually gonna tell you to plead not guilty. Or depending on, it might be some bullshit, you know what I mean? No contest, get this shit over with, you know what I mean?
Right,
But
okay.
whatever, they always say not guilty.
That's what Brenda Peterson is saying in the chat room. She's saying you always say not guilty even for a speeding ticket. Sharita Shaw says, or no contest. Earl Henny said Orlando Owens, the bleacher, he bleaches too. Sharita Shaw is agreeing with me that she did bleach her skin. Yeah. I just, to me, I don't know how you go from one color to the next. I don't, especially that big of a change. But yeah, that's Serena we were talking about.
She did it. Lil Kim did it. They both did it. You know, if you don't do it, own the shit. You know, yeah, I didn't want to put makeup on and shit no more. I wanted to be this color. Just say the shit and get it over with. Fuck it.
But I think, you know, okay, so she's married to a white man, which is neither here nor there, right? So she's living and he's a rich white man. So she's living a different kind of life. Right? She has 2 biracial children. She is not really living within our culture. I don't think I can't imagine her just, you know, living deeply into our culture at this point. I think you're his wife. There's certain expectations. It's like I talk about Eve. Like, there's no way you over in Russia keeping it real. There's no way you over in Russia talking about your people. Your people are now his people. Whoever the fuck he say is the people. Right? So I think her lifestyle has kind of led her down. It's to whiteify yourself. Is whiteify a fucking word? Did I just make that shit up? Whiteify yourself.
It's a word now.
Whiteify yourself.
It's a word now.
That's it, though. I think when that happens a lot of times, when a black person and a white person marry, especially if they stay married, because you start to melt into each other. Like, the purpose of that is supposed to be, when you get married, is to become one, right? Joined at the hip. And so if your partner is white, you gotta take some of that white in you, right? I mean, we know literally you got to take some white in you. But you got to absorb some of their whiteness. Like, you can't, if you married to a white woman, I don't see you seeing something crazy on the TV happen. And maybe this does happen. I don't know. You go to, these motherfucking hunkies and these motherfucking white people, this what they did, and I can't see her understanding it. Like, oh no, you're totally right. Like, yeah, this is crazy that, you know, and even if she did, it come off like, dude, you corny. You don't know what I'm talking about. So there's always that kind of line, unless you totally eliminate it and say, you know what? Ain't no color. It's us. I'm with you on your white shit. You with me on my black shit. I don't know.
Yeah, he had to be interested too, though. You know what I'm saying? What's this all about? What's this? He probably had a trillion questions and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe his chef now knows how to serve collard greens.
Some knowledge at the same time. Like, why do y'all do this? Why do y'all do that?
Yeah.
You know, he probably wired her to death and shit.
The damn chef now knows if Serena says she wants some black eyed peas or she wants some ham hocks or something, the chef know how to make that now. So he ends up tasting it like, oh, these fucking collard greens are delicious. Holy shit.
Hot water cornbread when you dip it in the peas. It's fucking amazing.
Babe, let's get a sweet potato pie. I'm fucking horrible. I know it, y'all. I know it.
That's the truth, though. Motherfucker ain't never had, bro. They be licking their fingers like a motherfucker they ain't never had. You ever see that video on YouTube with that white man eating, that Chinese dude eating soul food for the first time? He was tearing that shit off the phone.
Earl he said Michael Jackson wanted to grow up to be a rich white man. He want to grow up to be a rich white man from a little black kid. I don't know what was up with Mike. Mike has some issues, man. He has some issues.
Yeah, you know, it happens in life, man. You know,
Mike was a different. From the stories I hear about Michael Jackson, he was a different kind of dude. And I don't know if the money and the fame just blows your mind, especially if you already this really introverted, really super highly creative, talented person, and you had a whole bunch of money and that kind of thing. It probably just, your brain just probably go and just shut off. Like, damn, I'm just fucking crazy now. Kerry Walker Jones said Candace Owens knows now somebody in her white world told her she's black. Did she have a nigga moment? Since she's come back to our community, since she's tried to come back, I still don't pay her no attention. I've been saying I'm gonna watch some of her videos and I never do.
Man, no, she don't get no welcome back. Just like Orlando. Orlando don't get no love. He votes for Trump. Shit, I'm with Dion. Fuck that.
And you
man.
vote,
You don't.
Democrat.
I'm not no dim or nothing, man. I'm just not no stupid ass nigga.
Oh,
You sit around here yazzle bossing. You like Sergeant Rogers from the movie motherfucking The Soldier Story and shit. You want to rub it with the right shit. Yazzle boss, yazzle boss. That's what you do. You do it all the time, man. You make excuses for them. You shine their shoes. Anytime somebody brings a legitimate conversation to you about what they're doing, you have no answer. You just like earlier, man. You want to start talking about the 1700s and shit and about the Republican Party. That's your problem. The Republican Party flipped. If somebody try to tell you that, you act like you want to start talking about the next topic. You a tap dancing, shoe shine boy. And that's what you do. And you know what? It's too late for you. You get no love, my boy. You don't get nothing. So you and Candace Owens and anybody like y'all can all go to hell.
So I just speak truth to power, and I know idiots when I hear it, and you're
You can say what you want to say about me. I don't give a fuck. I've been called worse.
Okay.
But you's a shoe shine boy ass, sellout ass nigga.
That's fair, and you clearly show how low IQ you are. You're not a scholar. Clearly.
Oh, I don't have an IQ because I told you what the fuck was what. I told you what's what. Now I'm dumb, right? I'm dumb because you's a shoe shine boy. Okay, let's go with that one.
Because you're dumb because you have no real grounds for your argument. You have no historical facts. You're an idiot. That's what it is.
I just told you the historical facts earlier about the damn Republican Party and Abraham Lincoln, and you tap danced around it earlier. See, I was listening while y'all was talking and watching you tap dance. See, my memory is good, and I was listening.
I can email, and I just email Kev the same breakdown of the vote of the civil rights legislation. You're an idiot because you don't want to do the study.
How the fuck do you know what I study and what I don't study?
You're an idiot because you don't study the facts, and that's
you're an idiot because you a shoe shine boy and a sellout, and there ain't no way you can tap dance your way out of this motherfucking shit that I'm calling you. I'm calling you like it is. I'm telling you what you are, and you ought to be ashamed of yourself. And you know what? You ain't even man enough to know what shame is. You ought to be you one of the worst people that the black people have in existence in the whole United States of America, man. You ain't
hold on, Ewok. Let me get my chat room. Ewok, let me get my chat room. Sharita said, wait, what's happening? Kerry Walker Jones said Orlando is giving victim white rebuttals. Listen, this ain't even got nothing to do with that because we're about to get up out of here, y'all. It's Outlaw Radio, it's live. What I am going to do starting now, I started really kind of in my own head. I'm letting motherfuckers just go loose on Monday nights. It's Messy Monday. I think that's where we going, Kamar. Because people love it. They love ratchet shit, right? They like this. Because I heard a brother come on in light of OG Tweezy being murdered. And he said, yeah, in Milwaukee, it ain't no podcasts, no platforms that talk about building the black community, that talk about fixing us, that talk about the problems we got. All you motherfuckers want to do is get on and talk about rappers and try to be on some street shit. So we need to get more platforms like that because it ain't none right now. I just looked at the little thing and I just laughed my ass off. I just died laughing. I'm like, we've been doing this shit. I've been doing this shit 11 years. And I've never been able to sink into trying to be street or trying to do something low brow or something that's not going to improve the knowledge base of my people. It's always been cerebral conversation. There are people who choose not to listen, right? Like Nas said, it's over their head like a bulimic on the seesaw. So I don't push it on them. I don't, because I'm not preaching like that. So I just think people choose to, it's like that example we gave earlier. Like you eating unhealthy, but you blaming somebody else for it. Like, see, the stores don't sell nothing but junk food. Yeah, because you just walk past the goddamn produce and the vegetables and all that shit. You're choosing to eat this. So it's not Walmart's fault. So it's not the media's fault that there's not positive, spins on us. There's so many platforms that focus on us as foundational Black Americans, and they feel like what we say is important and we need to be heard. There's so many of them, but we don't get as much shine as somebody on, got mixtape. And shout out to the mixtapes, and the local Milwaukee rap scene is booming right now. Right? So, that's not our fault. Now I got one last caller. Caller, where you from? What's your name?
Hi, my name is Dion, and I'm from Milwaukee.
Oh, motherfucker, with 3 different numbers.
Hey, but I'm gonna let y'all go. But I'm so tired of dude motherfucking ass. Listen, I just sit up here and read this shit, right? So while he's sitting up here talking to Republicans, it was 71 to 29. 27 Republicans and 44 Democrats joined forces to support the culture in the 1964 Civil Rights Act. So the bullshit that the buddy is trying to spit is a lie. It's a fallacy, and he's a motherfucking lie. And I'm going to let y'all go and finish jailbreaking this fire stick so I can watch Outlaw Radio. All right, bye.
Peace and love, man. And Mama Jenkins is saying, Mama Jenkins said, check the text that I sent you on the vote of the civil rights. Let me check it. Mama Jenkins now. If Mama Jenkins said, we standing on it, and it ain't gonna be up for debate or nothing else. That's gonna be that.
Let's break it down. I think you also can on the House and the Senate side.
Let me see what she sent me. Hold on, man. Let me pull up the Elda's message. Was that a good Jamaican accent, Kamar, or was that one bad? You see? Where did you send it, Mama Jenkins? Because it's not in my messenger on Facebook. I don't see it. Let me see. Okay, so this is Orlando's what he sent me. The vote breakdown. This is okay. This Mama Jenkins. Yes, ma'am. And it says pretty much what Dion just said. Discriminate when it comes to the discrimination provision. The House passed the civil rights bill by a vote of 290 to 110 on February 10th, 1964. 152 Democrats and 136 Republicans voted in favor of the bill, while the majority of the opposition came from 88 Democrats representing states that had seceded during the Civil War. So once again, you said that the Republicans overwhelmingly voted, and they're the ones who got it over the top. And that's not true. It's actually the Democrats who did it.
Look at the actual percentage of Republicans.
Well, we just gave raw numbers. Why do we need to go to percentages?
So look at, because at the time, Republicans was the minority party. Look at how many 85% plus.
Orlando, you're tap dancing. Okay. The numbers say otherwise. What you said, hold on. What you said was they voted overwhelmingly, and they're the ones who pushed it over the top. That's not true. That's not true. Raw numbers. I don't need to look at statistics if I have raw numbers. Why do I need to look at statistics?
Kevin, the percent of 85%, I think it's 83% of Republicans, 83% of Republicans voted for this in I want to say the House side. Look at the percentage breakdown, because I cannot
believe we just had raw numbers and you keep talking about a motherfucking percentage. Stop it. Stop it. No, conversation over. You lost. Sharita said, she said, y'all clowning tonight. She said, you just got clown. And Mama Jenkins said, fact checks by the book. We ain't gonna talk about that no more. Before we close, my family proved you wrong. We just got raw numbers. Now listen, Kamar, did you see this? And I don't know, this is the latest news. And once again, I know you are probably more near and dear to the streets than I am. Have you heard this Clips album? This new Clips album?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it because I keep seeing people, but I'm not hearing it? Is something wrong with my ear?
No, I think it's dope, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, because it's refreshing to listen. It's always refreshing to listen to somebody talk good shit and with some intellectual quality to it. You know what I'm saying? And not just the same old dumb, I get higher, yo, bitch. That guy, you know what I'm saying? I think that's one thing. That's a positive. I feel like they're bringing hip hop back. You know what I'm saying? Good music back. It may not be music that you like, but I'm saying good music in the sense that a lot, like I said, intellectual wise, yeah, is what's up.
Okay, because I haven't heard a song yet.
I
haven't heard a song yet that I said, "Oh, that's dope." Like, because I'm a beat guy, right? Like for me, the funk got to be there. I got to hear that music,
right?
Like, and then I'm gonna say, okay, now let me see what they layered it with. I'm not saying that they're not rapping. It sounds like they're rapping. Like it sounds like, yo, okay, those are dope bars, but I'm not hearing the sonic part of. So I don't know if it's a song I'm missing.
the music aspect. You know, that was Pharrell now.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Pharrell them used to have you hooked in with them beats with them, and it seemed like they beats used to go perfect with their rap style too.
Pharrell done this album.
Huh?
Pharrell done this album, yeah.
Well, again, like I said, I thought this one was dope. I thought it was dope.
I think more importantly, the problem with me probably is that I didn't listen to their first album. I wasn't a fan of their first album.
Right.
So I started to like Pusha T for some of his guest verses over the years and what he did to Drake. I thought that was some dope shit. So
hey, he got that Jim Jones fucking hard at this one.
Okay.
Dog said some shit about you running from the Repo Reaper or some shit like that ever since your home got took. Like Dog really went in on this nigga, man.
And so also too, it sounds like it's just coke raps. Like I'm no longer a fan.
And then that's the thing. They ain't kicking the same cocaine raps that they used to kick. That's another thing. Like I said, they really be talking about some different shit. You know what I mean? Like I don't think the subject matter is all the way there, but it's a lot of subject in their verses. I would say that. Like that one, the cut they got with Chains and Whips, Kendrick Lamar ripped the fuck with the shreds, dog.
I tried to listen to it today. I didn't like the beat, so I skipped it.
Yeah, Kendrick Lamar go last, man. He ripped that motherfucker to shreds. Now you got to remember too, Pusha T talking. Listen to it and remember that Pusha T is talking about Jim Jones. Now listen to it again.
Now is Kendrick Lamar dissing Drake on the end of this or what?
I don't know. He might be. I just heard a dope ass verse, like a whole bunch of. I only heard it once. The album, I'm saying. You know what I mean? The song, like, goddamn, yeah.
You are right. Hold on, let me get the chat room. We got a few minutes, just a few. Let me see. Where was we at? I don't want to miss nobody. I hate when I go back and I'm like, I miss somebody, say something. Sharita Shaw said we got to get the music back together. Our culture needs some stimulation. Orlando said the majority of Republicans, which spoke for the vast majority of the party, supported more than the majority of them. All right, man, whatever. Orlando, stop it, man. You're just making yourself look worse. Would you rather see, I'm going to ask you, Kamar, would you rather see real numbers or would you rather for me to come at you with a bunch of statistics?
Say what? Real numbers?
If I'm going to present to you information, just say about your business, do you want me to come with real numbers or do you want me to come to you with statistics?
Shit, I want both.
Okay.
I want numbers and statistics.
So if I don't give you real numbers, but I give you the statistics, you're going to be like, oh, okay, that makes sense.
Well, statistics help too.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Statistics help too, I feel like. Because statistics will give you a general idea of what's going on.
If you take an inventory, do you inventory and profit?
This is different.
Okay.
I want some numbers now.
That's what I'm talking about. I don't want you to say when you sit with your accountant, and he say, well, Kamar, you made 25% more money than you made last month. What? Right. How much, motherfucker? But don't tell me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You can't give me percentages as to when I say why did I make that? Well, because your tea did 50% better.
Yeah. In some cases, it go hand in hand.
You can't argue. You can't argue against numbers that say this side had more, this side had less, and say, yeah, but the percentage over here was bigger, so the real number don't matter. That's what Orlando is doing.
Okay, if you want to say like, what is the statistic of how many blacks are in prison or how many blacks are? Statistics are based on the numbers, Kev.
And you can skew statistics. You can't skew real numbers unless you misreport. I'm not because if I'm gonna say 12% of the prison population is black, I'm gonna say that's cool. But exactly how many people is that? Because you can overstate that.
And you can have both.
I'd rather have real numbers, and especially in this argument, your percentage meant nothing. And we done talking about that, so I don't know why you're still trying to defend it. Don't make me hang up. My finger's getting close to the button. Don't do it. I'm trying to close the show. Let me see. Sharita says the females selling all a coochie and dope. I think that I think the female thing has kind of been, everything comes and goes, right? And I think eventually the female, what they call it, whorehouse rap, and maybe that's why this clips thing is so popular, because all we've been inundated with for kind of like the last few years is people talking about how they get high off pills, kill each other, and how women, how good they coochie is, and how they'll break you down with their coochie and take all your money or set you up. Like, this has been the nature of our culture for like the past 2 years. And so maybe if Clips is coming in saying, no, let's speak, and, you know, and have clever punchlines and have messages and take it back to where it was lyricism, basically. Maybe that's why so many people are loving this album. I got to sit down and do a deeper dive on it, because I need for you to switch up the tempo. I need beats to be a certain way. I want to hear instruments. I can't do all dark, low-end electronic beats. I'm not going to listen to that. You slowing my brain waves down. so I'm going to listen to it, though. I'm going to listen to it. She's laughing. Carrie Walker Jones said, number is facts. She said, Sharita Shaw said, the goal post is profit. And she's laughing because I said whorehouse raps. So to end the show tonight, if you heard, you know, when we were talking about the whole move out of town, move out of Milwaukee, and people are saying it's a dark cloud over the city. The city is cursed. And, you know, I hate to break the news to some of y'all that this is not the worst city in the United States of America. Look, I know for some people say, man, Milwaukee fucking sucks. What if you lived in Gary, Indiana, right? Or one of these towns sitting in the middle of the Rust Belt that's been dead? They have abandoned towns in Illinois, whole towns abandoned. They have entire neighborhoods in Detroit where people just left their homes, just left, locked the door, and we gone. You go to South Central Los Angeles, you go to some of the slums of New York, go down south, go to Louisiana, New Orleans, go to DC, every area where there are black existence, right? Where we have towns, we have this is known as the black part of town. It's all crime. It's all criminally infested. There's a bunch of different, like, confusion. There's the same things poverty, drugs, you know, miseducation, lack of information. Every city is the same way. Now, if you're going to move to another city and become a better version of who you were, or you're saying, no, I need a fresh start so I can kind of rebuild things, you may experience a lot of success wherever you relocate to. But it'll be more about where you are as a person as opposed to just the city, because you can't run from being black. Now, if you take the same bullshit you on here and move to another city with the same bullshit, you're going to experience the same bullshit. I said all that to say, I don't believe there's a curse on this city. I don't believe there's a dark cloud hanging over the city. We got some issues here that need to be dealt with, just like every other major city in the United States of America. The common denominator here is that in none of these cities is there any individual or organization that has a solution. Nobody's been able to fix it, Kamar. No state, no city has been able to come in and say, hey, we don't have that here. Boom, take care of it. It's mainly all over this country, and especially in the black community. So I'm not selling Milwaukee. I was born and raised here. I love Milwaukee, honestly. I feel like Milwaukee has been a great place, and I think it's a great place to live, especially in the summertime. It get a little sketchy in the winter when it be like 25 below. But, you know, that goes and comes, right? That's how you get fly and get yourself somewhere to stay. You won't have to experience that. But I think if I was to move to Chicago, I'm still going to see the same stories on the news. When I go to Minneapolis and I turn on the TV, I see the same stories in the news. I don't know a major city where we don't have the same issues. That's all I'm saying. So before people say Milwaukee is this whole shithole, cursed in the area. So you saying the city is cursed, and that means we're all damned to hell, Kamar. Even the people here who working hard, even the people who here who are focused, even the people here who are building, right? There's a lot of black people who ain't getting credit for being assets to their community here, right? We don't let a couple bad apples spoil the whole bunch. So when you start talking like that, I think you kind of shit on us too. And that's why people take offense to it. And that's why people are like, nah, you wrong. Like, I'm up here. I ain't on no bullshit. I'm not on the shit you talking about. That's not me. That's not my crew. That's not how my people move. Are there some people there who like that? Yeah, but there's some people like that where you are too. So words mean something. You just got to be aware of what you say. She said, I moved from Milwaukee to Lakeville, Minnesota. Total hell yeah, it's a total culture shock. From Milwaukee to Lakeville? Yes. Absolutely. I've been all through the cities. My wife is from the cities. And I went to school in Minnesota, so I'm very familiar with the Twin Cities. But yeah, so I mean, sometimes you just got to look around and say, okay, in what ways do I contribute to being part of the problem? Can we all just take stock and inventory in ourselves to say, is there anything in my life that I'm doing or any mentality that I have that's counterproductive, that's keeping me from being the person I should be? And when you discover what they are, work to change them. It's not going to happen overnight, but you got to recognize the problem. My brother used to say, you got to reveal it to heal it, right? So, I think we all just need to check ourselves right now. We have emotional reactions. People, oh, you motherfuckers ain't this, and you motherfuckers ain't that. We arguing about the argument. You mad at somebody for grieving the way they want to grieve. You're mad at somebody for saying, okay, I'm dealing with my problem. Oh, motherfucker, you ain't shit. So it's a no-win situation. That's just a little information for us as a community. We all need to just check ourselves and try to work as hard as you can to get rid of the shit that's not positive. Like my man said, if it ain't something that we can agree on, ain't no need on us talking about it. I'm just gonna move on that subject. That don't mean I ain't rocking with you, but we ain't gotta talk about that because we don't agree on that. So let's find some common ground. You know what I'm saying? Kerry Walker Jones said the bad apples are from Chicago. That's a whole nother statement right there, right?
She's for the start of war.
Right, because that's been the thing for years.
Milwaukee versus Chicago.
Yeah, people be like, Chicago, fuck Milwaukee up. She said schools were the reason I moved. My son wanted to kick his principal's ass in 4th grade. Hey, man, ain't nothing wrong with looking for, better ground. I'm not. Shout out to anybody who said, no, I know it's got to be something better, and they left. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. More power to you. Some of us just put our flag down and say, look, we ain't running. We're going to fight here until it's over. Because a lot of us got more time behind us than we do in front. And I don't want to waste my last years I got, running from place to place. Oh, we got to move. Let's move. You know what I'm saying? Sharita Shaw, she said she just blamed the whole city. Hey, it's some stuff that goes with that discussion about the impact of people leaving Chicago coming to Milwaukee. Talk about that on another show one day. Kamara, I ain't trying to put you on the spot, but I want to know, do you got some OG shit for us? I
always got some OG shit for us. Y'all ready for this? Let's go.
Sir.
Okay. Real OGs know. You got to lace up and bring a lunch, fam. Because if you stand on morals and integrity, it's going to take a little bit longer. Stop me when I'm lying.
I will see y'all Wednesday evening, man. Peace and love. Share the show. Thank you for tuning in to Outlaw Radio.
Hey.